Alright, hello everybody, welcome to the stream! Now, immediately I bet everybody's wondering, Darian, you stupid bastard, you said you were gonna play Sly Cooper. Where's Sly Cooper, goddammit? When Sly Cooper isn't on screen, everybody should be asking, where's Sly Cooper? And the answer to that is, Sony can go fuck themselves. Now let me be a bit more specific. Turns out that the PS3 has built-in, I believe the acronym is HDCP protection, which is like, I think it stands for high definition copy protection, which means I can't actually use a PS3 with a capture card. Yeah, so not only does that make it so I can't do Sly Cooper on the HD collection, I can't do any of the PS3 games I was planning, which fucking sucks, because I bought one specifically to play on the stream, and now I just can't play it. Now, I've heard that apparently you can actually circumvent that by using either component cables, but I don't know how that would plug into my capture card, because it's only HDMI, and you can also circumvent it by using an HDMI splitter. I will see if I still have mine kicking around somewhere, and I will see if it works or not, because it's a shame. I was really looking forward to starting Sly Cooper tonight. I really wanted to play it. But Sony will not escape my wrath, and they will not see the pearly gates of heaven, so instead, we're starting Pokemon XD tonight. Oh boy! I had to just really quickly, like, ramshackle everything together, like the overlay border, deciding what Pokemon I wanted to use in my playthrough, because I figured I would have until next Tuesday to figure all of that out. No, Darian, you dumbass, you only have 2 hours to figure that out. So I kind of got it all together, and yeah, so here we are now. As you can see by the overlay border, I'm going to do a really cute thing where I'm going to track my permanent team members as we get them. So when a little bastard, as I like to call them, goes onto the left side of the screen there, that's a permanent party member, and I will change them as they evolve and whatnot. And now, with how the order is set up and the ambient glow around them, if you've played this before, if you know what shadow Pokemon and whatnot are in the game, you may be able to infer who I'm going to use. Don't spoil it. I don't really care if people figure it out. I just think it'd be kind of fun and cute to kind of like have a little, I don't know what you call it, like a preemptive, like, ooh, here's a preview of who I might be using. Who's it gonna be? We don't know. We don't know. You gotta tune in to figure out. You gotta tune in to figure out and give me viewer analytics. Oh boy. Oh boy, I love ratings traps. Oh boy. Oh, the big scary island. I'm pretty sure it's literally called Citadark Island. Like, you can't get more on the nose for, like, evilness than that. It literally has dark in the name. Alright, with that, we're gonna start. Oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Yes. Yes, it is. What is your name? Michael David Adam? Nah. I am Darian. I'm so glad that my name just barely fits into the, like, create a character name slots. I remember when I was a little kid, I was like, damn, like, I just barely fit in there. I also like to give all of my Pokemon nicknames. I'm a fucking loser, and I do it JoJo's style, where I name them after, like, songs, albums, bands, or musicians I like, so, oh boy, you'll also get to see bits of my music taste as we go forward. Is it good? Is it shit? Probably, but we're gonna learn together, because that's what Pokemon is all about. This is one of those games where, I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. This is one of those games where anytime somebody would trade it into work, you know, we naturally have to test it, because we give, like, I think it's gone down a bit in price, but I remember historically it'd always be, like, 200 to, like, $220 in trade credit, and we have to test it, and I would see this cutscene so damn much. I love how this game starts too, where it's just like, yep, immediately right into the action. And man, what a starter Pokemon, am I right, guys? We get to start with a Salamence at level 50? Wowzers! This game is so generous, I can't believe that! Man, I don't know why people don't talk about that more. I feel like this has got to be like the best starter Pokemon you could ever possibly have. Wowzers, I can't believe it! Can you tell that I'm putting on an act? Yeah, we don't actually get to start with a Salamence. This is all just a battle simulation. Yeah, Sim Trainer Lawson. Could you imagine if we actually got to start with a Salamence? That'd be fucking insane. That would be actually wild. Alright, Darian, this'll do for today. Yes, sir, that was a well-played battle, Darian. Your battle skills have improved by an amazing amount. I literally just did Earthquake twice. I mean, it was impressive the way you handled that big Pokemon with aplomb. You took command as if it was the same as your Eevee. Don't you think it's time you consider raising other Pokemon besides your Eevee? So yeah, in this game, we start out with an Eevee instead. With a modest nature? Oh, that's perfect for what I was gonna turn it into. Oh, I'm actually fucking so happy. How do you have a modest nature and your attack is still higher than your special attack? What the fuck? What the fuck? But yeah, we get to start with an Eevee. So, I will say, it's a bit of a downgrade compared to a Salamence, but with Eevee, the world is your oyster, baby. You get to choose whatever it evolves into. Hey, Darian, have you finished training? Darian, this is the director's office. Did you want to pay a visit to Professor Crane? Ha 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 ha. You don't need to be that stifly official, Lily. But... oh yes, I've heard the battle... oh, I forgot. There he is. There is the Eevee. I've heard that battle coach singing high praise about you, Darian. I've heard that your battling skills have improved dramatically recently. That's outstanding, Darian. I sure don't think I'd stand much of a chance against you. Ah ha 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 ha. I wish everyone wouldn't drown them with such gushing praise all the time. My son and daughter will become spoiled rotten. There's nothing to worry about. Both Darian and Jovi are wonderful kids. Okay, Darian is a wonderful kid. Jovi's a little fucking brat. I hate this bitch. By the way, I don't think I've seen Jovi since lunchtime. Darian, I hate to bother you, but could you go find Jovi for me? Darian, I think you already know, but several research projects are in their critical phases in this lab. That's why your mother can't afford to take any time off right this instant, so please, honey, will you go find Jovi for me? I guess. Thank you. I'm counting on you. I don't think she could have wandered off too far off, but just in case, check outside too. I'm sorry, Darian, after 5 long years, this project is finally on the verge of coming together. But for that to happen, we can't do that without your mother's expertise. Oh yes, I left the P*DA in your room, Darian. Go check it out. P*DA stands for Pokemon Digital Assistant. No, it doesn't. It stands for Pokemon Star Digital Assistant. It's a very useful electronic tool. It's very powerful, especially against living things. A P*DA can be used for email, among other things. I'm sure that you'll find its many features useful. It's quite easy to use, dear, and I'm sure you'll have no trouble figuring it out. Yes, sir. Alright, so, yeah, this is Pokemon XD. This was the second of, like, the kind of mainline Pokemon console games. Darian, have you seen Jovi? We were playing hide and seek, but Jovi's been gone for a while. Maybe she's playing in your room. Alright, we'll go check. I say kind of because there are more spin-offs than, like, actual games. Because, you know, if you've ever played Pokemon before, I'm sure that you know how catching Pokemon work. You find them in the wild, you throw Pokeballs, that's how they work. You make your team through that. But in this, I believe the lore in the game is that wild Pokemon have gone, like, effectively extinct in the region of Ore, so there's just no more wild Pokemon. If you're reading this email, then you must have obtained the P*DA. Try out its many features. By the way, Adon was playing hide and seek with Jovi. You want to have a chat with him? Potion. Yummers. So yeah, there's no wild Pokemon, so I bet you're wondering, dear viewer, well, Darian, how do we catch the Pokemon? And don't worry, young viewer, young impressionable viewer, we will figure that out very, very soon. Wow, you startled me. Oh, hi, it's you, Darian. It's me, Adon. You're looking for Jovi? We're supposed to be playing hide and seek right now, but she isn't around anywhere? Maybe she's gone up to Dr. Kaminko's manor. And yeah, there's no real overworld in this game either, unlike, basically every other Pokemon game. You kind of go from, like, hub to hub. Hi, Darian. The lounge is noisy, so I'm going to see what the commotion is about. The TV news just came on, so maybe something big happened. Let's go see Darian. We bring you ONBS news. Authorities still have failed to find any traces of the cargo ship SS Libra since its sudden disappearance off the coast of Gadian Port. I'm assuming it's pronounced Gadian. Gadon? I don't know. There have been no reports of flotsam that may indicate the ship sinking. The authorities appeared mystified by the way the ship vanished like smoke. There are reports that numerous Pokemon were on board. Concern is rising over their welfare. Wow, a cargo ship carrying Pokemon disappear without trace? Is that really possible? I'm finding it a little hard to swallow. Go. Yeah, the beginning of the Pokemon games are always, like, a little slow, and there's, you know, like, a lot of, like, dialogue, usually. But we'll kind of pick it up as we go. Alright, off to Kaminko's house. I've always really liked Pokemon XD a lot, and Colosseum as well, because I've always kind of liked their kind of like more kind of weird, realistic style that they have. I'll continue my thought after. Wait, who goes there? Oh, this little freak. You must be a burglar. Chobin will put you straight. Don't you move. Chobin is the name, and Chobin is the #1 assistant to Dr. Kaminko. Chobin is the only assistant, so Chobin has to be #1 assistant. This dude's a fucking dork. He's got the swirly glasses and everything. So yeah, this is our very first battle against a Sunkern. Arguably the weakest fucking Pokemon of all time. Oh boy. Let me swap that up. So, if you've ever played the newer Pokemon games, you're going to notice something immediately about this game. That being that this game looks and is animated infinitely better than literally every single modern Pokemon game. The character models, the Pokemon models, the attack animations, just everything about it. Like, look at how much more, like, just animated and alive that is. Like, the fainting animation, there's so much more personality in it. It's absurd how... So, I can't even say the Gamecube models, because that's not even a Gamecube model. That's from the Nintendo 64. That's from fucking Pokemon Stadium. That is actually from Pokemon Stadium 1. All the way back in, like, when did that come out? Like, 1999? 98? Something like that? And it looks infinitely better than, like, any fucking Pokemon model made nowadays. It's absurd. It's ridiculous. Huh? A closer observation reveals that the subject is a child, ergo, the subject is not a burglar. I mean, it's the current year. Children can be burglars, too. Haha, Chobin wishes you spoke up right away. You're Darian. Chobin apologizes for jumping to the wrong conclusion. This little fucking brat, I cannot stand her. Oh, big brother, what are you doing here? Oh, Jovi gets it. Big brother, you got lost, didn't you? No. There's no hiding stuff from Jovi because Jovi knows. This big house is Dr. Kaminko's. Dr. Kaminko's job is to make incredible inventions. There's a whole bunch of neat machines like they have at the Pokemon HQ lab. You should come in too, big brother. I hate this little brat. She's such a little fucking bitch. Darian, you're that girl's older brother? Sometimes she comes here. She wanders around her where Chobin finds it hard keeping an eye on her so that she does not bother the doctor. Oh yes, Darian, we'll have a look at Dr. Kaminko's inventions. You will, yes? Okay, this way please. Follow Chobin. Okay, Chobin will now show you the inventions of the inestimable Dr. Kaminko. Dr. Kaminko's inventions, it needs to be said, are #1 in the world. Chobin is full of admiration. Oh, why does Chobin know why they are #1 worldwide? That needs explaining. In the whole wide world, no one but Dr. Kamiko would invent such inventions. Therefore, they're #1 in the world without question. He's just fucking bouncing on it. He's doing tricks on it. Our Dr. Kamiko, who's very great, is inventing in that room there. Oh, hi, Doctor. What kind of funny machine are you making this time? Jovi wants to know. Uh-oh, that girl is at Dr. Kamiko's side again. Chobin hopes she's causing no disturbance. Anyway, let Chobin acquaint you with some of the Dr. Kamiko's greatest inventions. Let the VCR roll. Dr. Kamiko's inventions are #1 in the world. Chobin's choice is this. Ta-da, the unhealthy sandals. The insole is studded with lumpy nubs that fail to simulate every pressure point in a fabulous way. Keep wearing these and Chobin will guarantee painful feet and chronic worsening of your health. Chobin thinks it is superlative. Ha, incredible, is it not? There's much more than that, too. The doctor's inventions, which are fantastic, can be seen on this monitor. Chobin gives you permission to use this anytime you like. Yeah, I'm just here to get the girl. Come on, you little brat. Come on, we gotta get you home. We gotta get you home so I can start catching Pokemon and get the show on the road. Hi, big brother. This is a funny drawing. It's a really detailed drawing of a really weird machine. Huh? Are you going home already, big brother? But you just got here. Oh, Jovi gets it. Jovi's to show you how to go home, right? Okay, that's what Jovi will do. Jovi will take you home. Mimi, let's go home with big brother. Mimi. Jovi joined the party. I wish she would leave. Okay, let's move out. Jovi will visit again, Doctor. Bye-bye. I'm curious, I've never actually talked to him. What does he have to say? Incidentally, child, how long have you been here? That's how Dr. Kamiko is all the time. Chobin said that the genius has different sensibilities from ordinary people. Does sensibilities mean you're kind of absent-minded and in a fog? Don't people say Professor Crane is a genius? Huh. So, he doesn't really, greet people properly. He's pretty smart, really good with, the sciences and electronics. Really activates those almonds, don't it? I believe a long time ago, or not a long time, but like a while ago, saying like, yeah, like I really like the just aesthetic that these two games had. They were, you know, a bit, not like grittier, but they were, you know, a bit, a little bit more rough around the edges. They weren't as like, you know, colorful, crazy, super friendly, like, you know, it had a bit of like bite to it. I really liked that. Oh, Jovi, haven't I told you not to wander away by yourself? No, Mommy, you don't understand. Big brother was lost, so Jovi brought him here. You little fucker. I hate you. If Jovi weren't there, Jovi bets he'd be crying by now saying he can't go home. Right, big brother? Piss off. Oh my, Jovi, you're such a brave and resourceful girl. But that's quite enough for today. Besides, Adon must be tired of waiting for you. Oh my gosh, I was in the middle of hide and seek. Okay, big brother, I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Yeah, get out of here, you and your, like, weird, like, munchlax hair. Get the fuck out of here. Darian, thanks for finding Jovi for me. Oh yes, Professor Crane wanted you to go see you, Darian. Go see him right away, please. So yeah, we're starting to get kind of close to obtaining what this like game's kind of gimmick is. No, right? Okay, this game kind of loves to waste your time, so you have to go up here to where Professor Crane was. Talk to I think this church has called Fun Old Man. Oh, Darren, welcome back. Were you gone far away? Oh, the director, he just went downstairs just a little while ago. Professor Crane, you didn't bump into him? No, because the game wanted me to come up here and talk to you, and now we can go and see him. There he is. Boy, oh boy. Hi there, Darian. I've been waiting for you. I want to show you the snag machine. Has Aiden said anything to you about the snag machine? Yeah. Oh, I see, yes. Well, we've named the special machine for catching Pokemon the Snag Machine. The two of us, Aiden and I, were developing it, and now it's finally finished. I'd like to begin testing immediately. Darren, will you help us? Yes, sir. Okay, step inside, please. I should tell you, the Snag Machine is an outrageous piece of work. What a way to describe something you made, an outrageous piece of work. After all, it's used for stealing Pokemon from another trainer in battle, but we didn't make this to steal Pokemon indiscriminately from trainers. Darren, you've heard of Shadow Pokemon, haven't you? They're Pokemon that have been turned into fighting machines, and after having their hearts closed by artificial means, they're to be pitied. We developed the Snag Machine to take back such modified Shadow Pokemon. Why this machine is needed now, I can explain later. But for now, I'd like to test our Snag Machine. After all, you're the best trainer at this lab. The Snag Machine is inside this case. Try equipping it right away, please. Yeah. Fucking Pokemon Gen 3 hoeing-ass trumpet noises. Wow, it fits you perfectly. It looks cool too, dearie. It sure is cool. I'll also add a new feature to your P-Star DA. It's called the Shadow Monitor. It lets you check data on the Shadow Pokemon you've encountered. Darren obtained the Shadow Monitor feature. Oh boy. Let me plug that SD card into there. Thanks. Thank you, Aiden. That's it, Darren. That's spot on. From here on, it'll be a lot easier to just show you how it works in practice rather than trying to describe it. Let's go upstairs to the Battle Sim system room. Whoops, how silly me, I almost forgot to give you these. In order to use a Snag Machine, you'll need at least one Pokeball, so I'll give you these. Pokeballs aren't used in the Ori region, so we import them from another region. Okay, now we're set, let's hurry over to the director. What's going on? Who are you people? Oh, I have control now. I was waiting for, like, somebody to say something. It's terrible, Darien. Some strange men came barging in and took off with the director. Let's go get them. Let's fucking beat their asses with my singular Eevee. Oh, everybody's fucking dead. Get these stormtrooper ass looking motherfuckers. Will you let go of me? Where do you think you're taking me? I'm taking you to your new lab, Professor. What? My new lab? Move it, we don't have any time. If you don't want to get hurt, hustle yourself into the car. You people, what are you? Don't worry, Professor, I'll save you. Don't worry, boy. What is it, punk? You're gonna play hero and try to stop us? I don't show mercy to no one, even kids. I love misreading text. Spy Naps would like to battle. I always forget about the fucking smash zoom on the professor. Why does it do that? Go Eevee. Oh, get the cyberware out. What is that? He's got fucking lean aura. Darien, the aura readers are spawning. That's a shadow Pokemon. Hurry, Darien, hurry! Throw a Pokeball at it! So, I'm pretty sure for this battle, because you just can't even choose any other options, I'm fairly certain for this battle, you're just given like a 100% capture rate, because if you can't catch it within 5 Pokeballs, which this thing does not have the capture rate where you can just throw a single standard Pokeball at it at full health and like reliably catch it, if you couldn't catch it, you would just get, like, soft-locked immediately. So I think for this one and only battle, you have, like, a 100% catch rate. Yeah, give me your Pokemon and your lunch money, you fucking dork. Kid, what's that machine on your arm? I can't decide if I want to be, like, Joyzy or, like, Australian. He's just kind of both. Could it be a Snag Machine? What the heck is that doing here? That's big news. Come on, move. I need to report this to headquarters, like now. I was gonna say, am I really just gonna do nothing? I'm just gonna fucking stand there and let this happen? Oh, what if it like, what if it like backed up and fucking like, boom, like just fucking smacked me and knocked me over? Just like fucking blow exhaust in my face. Just, oh, Darien, you're so cute, I'm gonna blow smoke in your face. They took the professor away. Don't cry, Jovi. I'm sure Professor Crane will be okay. They are torturing him in a, like, shipping cargo box as we speak. We've contacted the police and the proper authorities about Professor Crane. They should let us know if they discover anything. I still can't believe that this is happening. Yeah, wonderful. Okay, so I explained earlier, the reason why I can't do Sly Cooper is because, I'm so sorry, the PS3 has built-in high-definition copyright protection, which means I can't fucking use it on a capture card at all. It'll just show a black screen. I've heard you can circumvent it with component cables, which I don't have, and I don't know how I'd plug that into a component, or into a capture card. And I also don't have an HDMI splitter, which apparently you can use to circumvent it. I shouldn't say I don't have one. I just don't know where the hell mine is. All good, I'm drunk. Fair enough. So yeah, I had to kind of start Pokemon XD watching Crank have fun by. That sounds like a really great time to watch drunk. I do hope you have a very, very good time. Also, nice talking to you too, man. But yeah, I had to kind of ramshackle get everything going, and it was pain in the ass to do this all, like, in under, like, an hour or so. Professor Crane predicted that someone will again try marking shadow Pokemon. His prediction was on the mark. Not marking, making. Darian, the Teddiursa you sank probably isn't the only shadow Pokemon that was made. What if it was? What if that was just the only shadow Pokemon that they, like, actually made? They were just like, yo, put the teddy bear in. Alright, perfect. We got our army. We can take over Ori with just this. When the Purify Chamber is completed, we'll be able to save many shadow Pokemon at the same time, but Professor Crane is crucial to this project. Without him, there's nothing we can do. Then what the fuck do we have everybody else here for? There's no director's notes, no research notes, nothing we can do? Let's complete it. We'll finish the Purify Chamber ourselves. Lily? The director's not here. It's hopeless. There isn't any possible way to get it done. You see, this is how we know that we're, like, on, like, the high and high, because it's playing optimistic music number 3. You're on the verge of finishing. You're on the verge of finishing, alright. This is the time to feel sorry for yourself. The Purify Chamber project got this far, not just because Professor Crane was here. We got here because we all worked as a team. Having come this far, it'd be wrong to stop now. Our pride as scientists is on the line. Let's finish this project as one. Things will get very busy around here. I'll go upstairs and check how the data processing is progressing. Alright, so, yeah, because I think I've maybe mentioned it before, but Pokemon XD is tied with Leaf Green for being, like, my favorite Pokemon game of all time. I haven't played XD in a super long time, like, quite a few years, but it's one of those games where it's, like, it's kind of like riding a bike. Like, once you start replaying it, it just kind of comes back to you, just, you know, it's, you know, you kind of know it like the back of your hand. You just kind of know, you know, beat for beat what happens, where to go, stuff like that. This basic data should be fine now. Keep going with it. Darren, you came at the right time. May I get you to run an errand for me in Gadian Port? We've ordered a special machine part for the Purify Chamber from the part shop. Gadian Port is due south from here. It's not far, but be careful. Ugh. Jovi knows the part shop. It's next door to I never knew how to pronounce this character's name. Is it Emily? Emily? I'm gonna just assume it's Emily. Mommy, can Jovi go? Jovi wants to help everyone. Jovi, I appreciate your offer, but I know you want to help, but it's an important component. Okay, Jovi, you're a member of the lab staff too. You may go take Darian with you. So, like, no, there's no way that Jovi... You're not even given the fucking option. There's no way Jovi is, like, officially part of the lab's crew. There's no way that they have her on payroll. Like, fuck off. There's no way. This shit is not unionized. You cannot tell me that you're having, like, what is she? Like, 6? 6 or maybe 7? There's no way that she's employed and she's on payroll. Fuck off. There's no goddamn way. Hey, Darian, Jovi, where are you two off to? Jovi's on an important trip to Gadian Port. Big Brother is Jovi's assistant. Huh? Darian's your assistant? You must be confident with such a good assistant, Jovi. Anyways, Darian, could you be asked that you hold on to that snag machine and use it? There may be other shadow Pokemon out there. If you spot one, rescue it from the criminals. I'll make approaches to the authorities and other people that have Pokeballs available for sale at shops. There's more. I wanted you to give these to you too, Darian. Obtained the Crane Memo 1. Obtained the Crane Memo 2. They're documents on shadow Pokemon that Professor Crane and I compiled. Please read them. No, I'm not going to. Alright, off to Gadian Port. Bum, bum, bum. The soundtrack in this game is so good too. Wow, Big Brother, look, it's the sea, it's so big! Listen, the part shop is over there, hurry, Big Brother! Like, this little fucking bastard just gets us into nothing but trouble. This way. Like, look at it, just nothing but fucking trouble. Ouchies, Jovi fell down. Cause look, I may not like Jovi, but this guy's kind of a fucking freak for threatening to, like, harm a child just because she bumped into him. Hey now, where do you think you're going? Oh, sorry. Jovi is so sorry. It wasn't on purpose. And look at what you done. You messed up with the happening look of Zook, the coolest, baddest, and most happening guy around. Sorry doesn't begin to cut it. Huh? You there? Yeah, you punk. You're with this munchkin, ain't ya? It looks like me you're a trainer. You look like it'd be 1,000,000 times more fun than some munchkin. I'll stomp you flat with my shadow Pokemon. Zangoose is such a cool fucking Pokemon. I'm not going to be using it in this playthrough though, as you can, like, probably tell by the Pokeballs on the side. That's quite enough of that. Pokemon aren't meant to be used in such a manner. Choose your place and time. Shut it! Hey, meddling senior citizen, take you preaching to someone who cares, or do you want me to pound you too? Damn, I didn't know Zook was freaky like that. Mr. Varric, perhaps I should. Ha! And what do you think you are? So now you're gonna play the man and stop me? This gets better by the minute. Let's see you try. I didn't mention in the first battle either, but yeah, dude just fucking throws an Alakazam out, just like, fuck it. Let me just fucking blow your shit smooth off instantly. God damn. I love the battle theme in this game. The only issue is that by the end of a playthrough, I'm fucking sick and tired of it. It's simultaneously one of my favorites and also one of my least favorites, because, like, when I haven't played through this in a long time, I love the battle theme. It's so good. It's one of the best. After doing a whole playthrough, I'm like, holy shit, I never want to hear this, like, theme ever again. You've done it now. Don't think you're getting away with messing with the great Zook. Remember this. Should I give chase? No, that won't be necessary. He won't come back. Leave him be. Yes, sir. Let us be on our way. Yes, Yoda. Baby Yoda. Thank you. Oh, that hardly deserves such gratitude, my little lady. We only did what had to be done, nothing more. Just like Yoda, I don't trust tiny little bald men like that, because I'm a big bald man. I'm a big bald guy, so I understand. The smaller the body, the more evil is contained inside. Jovi? You get more evil per square inch on a tiny body. Is that you, Jovi? Oh, Emily and Acri? The character names in this game in particular are, like, scuffed as fuck? I don't know what the hell went on with their names. Jovi! So it was you, Jovi, being harassed by that big strange man. Were you okay? Yep, strong people helped us. Big Brother was there too, so nothing bad happened. Jovi came here on an important visit. Big Brother is Jovi's assistant today. I hate this little fucker. You must be Jovi's brother, Darren. I'm glad we finally met. I'm Emily. Hi, Jovi's big brother. Jovi's been a very nice friend to my daughter, Emily. That elderly gentleman's name is Mr. Varick. He comes here by boat with his 2 assistants occasionally. There's something mysterious about him, don't you think? He's supposed to be fabulously wealthy. Rumors like that give me shivers. I'm hoping to become a novelist. Whenever I come across anything mysterious, I try to imagine a story around it. Anyways, be careful in this town. There's a lot of rough customers about. Great place to be raising a little girl, then. Emily, we should be going. Okay, bye-bye, Jovi. Yep, see you, Emily. Alright, so here is where we get our choice. I'm pretty sure you can get it before getting the guy to come over. Hi, did you want something here? The shopkeeper's out right now. He said something about having to go out. Dr. Kamen, what was it now? Well, it's that doctor's manners where he went. He said his grandson Per will be back from repairing the rotating bridge. I'm supposed to mind the shop until then. But I don't know where anything is or how to ring up a sale or anything. I have no clue what to do. Yeah, that's fucking weird. That's like if I was at my work and it was just me, and I was like, hey, customer, I have to go use the washroom quickly. Can you man the store for like 2-3 minutes while I go like Baja Blast in the toilet? Thanks. And I just left a rando in charge of the store. I suppose it doesn't matter though. It's really quiet here. I'm getting awfully bored, really. If you'd like, how about you help me while this some time away? I got a tale to tell you may find interesting. When I was younger, I sailed all the world seas as a navigator, and our world is huge, and this huge world is filled with an incredible profusion of Pokemon. Of all the Pokemon in our world, the one that I find the most interesting is Eevee. Now, Eevee is a unique Pokemon. It can evolve into 5 different kinds of Pokemon, you see. While I sailed, I studied Eevee quite exhaustively. As a result, I obtained 5 items that are the key to Eevee's evolution. Oh, you say you're raising an Eevee? What a fortuitous coincidence. This must have been meant to happen. Well, let me commemorate this occasion by giving you one of these 5 items. There's no need to be shy about it. Go ahead, choose one. So, this is where you get your choice in what your Eevee will become. You got the Water Stone, Thunder Stone, Fire Stone, and then exclusive to this game, and no other game, the Moon Shard and the Sun Shard, because there's no day-night cycle in this game, so they had to like basically find a way to get around doing that. And in this game only, you can get an Umbreon or an Espeon specifically through friendship having one of these items in your inventory. Now, I was honestly very much gonna go with Espeon. I was gonna do Espeon for this playthrough, but in Pokemon Colosseum, you start out with an Espeon and an Umbreon, and I don't know, I don't like doing like repeat Pokemon in like playthroughs, so because of that, I'm going with the Thunderstone. That Thunderstone will make an Eevee evolve into the Pokemon Jolteon. It's easy to make your Eevee evolve with that Thunderstone, all I have to do is use it. Would you like to have the Thunderstone? Yes, fine, you can have that Thunderstone, just like your Eevee, it's invaluable. Cool. You're so lucky, big brother. Jovi wants something too. Alright, let's get this little guy turned into an Eevee, or not an Eevee, a Jolteon. The Thunderstone. The Chunderstone. Alrighty. Oh, he's growing. He's changing. He's getting big. He's growing spiky. And would you look at that? We have a Jolteon. Boy, oh boy. Very cool. So yeah, we now have at level 10 a Jolteon. Okay, that's a lot better for the special attack and attack stats now that like he's evolved. So I honestly don't think you can really have a bad choice with the Pokemon available, like to do any of the evolutions, because honestly, they're all pretty good. I think the only ones you'll kind of maybe struggle with is like Umbreon, because it's more of a defensive wall rather than a what's it called? More than like, you know, an offensive, like attacking Pokemon. So there's that, but every battle in this game, special to this game, every single battle is a double battle. So even if you're using Umbreon, you'll still usually have like some sort of a attacking kind of like, you know, mix attacker, physical special attacker backing you up and, you know, kind of compensating for the kind of lackluster attacking stats of Umbreon. The only other one maybe is Flareon, and Flareon is not a bad Pokemon by any means. It's just its biggest issue is that it was a physical attacker that was fire type before the physical special split. And that's probably its biggest issue, which is like no fault of its own, just an oversight in how a really dumbly made mechanic was done. And something you'll notice too, the Shadow Pokemon has Shadow moves. Shadow moves are exclusive to this game, and the way it works is Shadow moves, I believe, deal 1.5 times damage. They're called super effective, but it's 1.5 times damage to every, like, type, with the exception of Shadow Pokemon. Other Shadow Pokemon will resist Shadow type moves. Well, who would have thought it? Me, lose to a kid like you. Now if this were singing, I'd have you beat. But I promised, I'll give you this, kid. I actually don't remember what that TM is. Attract. Ah. Cool. Pure Goonslop, my favorite. So, what we gotta do is, yeah, just right here. This guy is the person we buy the thing from, but I'm going to ignore what the game wants me to do, and I'm gonna go battle up this tower and go into this general area because it's really weird. They rectified an issue in Colosseum where there was like missable shadow Pokemon, where every shadow Pokemon in this game, you only find them on like mainline paths. You'll always run into them no matter what. But for some reason, they decided to just have two that are just off the beaten path right at the beginning of the game for no real reason why. And I'm not entirely sure what the idea behind that was. And the first one is here. Hi, welcome, youngster. No words needs to be spoken, no questions need to be asked. We shall battle, yes? Aye, good answer. A battle with a feisty lad is one to be savored. Let's go. Casual guy Kyle, I'm assuming is how it's pronounced. So, yeah, the shadow Pokemon that we get from here is Leddyba. Now, I don't know about you guys, but Leddyba is like one of the worst fucking Pokemon ever made. So, you know, this thing exists solely to be a slot filler early on. There's honestly no real reason to be using this thing. Like, it's so frail, I don't even want to use Bite on it. I'm scared I'm gonna one-shot it. Oh boy, yeah, great. Like, damn, like, look at that! That's a big hitter right there. Tackle didn't do that much. I'll hit it with a bite. I guess I am using a non-stab, you know, same type of attack bonus move. And, like, I am really close. Oh, here's the other thing, too. So, basically, for a lack of better terms, your shadow Pokemon can get overstimulated, and when that happens, they basically just start to have, like, a fucking panic attack, and if you leave them in fever mode, they take a little bit of damage every single turn, but their crit rate skyrockets, so it's like a trade-off. You can leave them in fever mode, they take more damage, but they're doing more damage, but if you call out to them, They get out of that, and their shadow gauge drops. Like, I think that's like... How much was that? Like 10%? Okay, he's almost dead. I'm not gonna hit him no more. I will be shocked if I don't get it with a single Pokeball. That wasn't the right tab. And then, yeah, I guess just to stall for turns, just call. Because same thing, since there's no wild Pokemon battles in this, technically, we will get to that later in the playthrough, you just don't have a run command. You just can't run from the battles because they're all trainer battles. So instead of the run command, you have the call command. Calling a Pokemon when they aren't, like, you know, shadow type and, you know, going into like the fever mode will actually raise the accuracy. So if you have a Pokemon with, let's say, Fisher or Guillotine or any one-hit KO move like that, you can basically give them a free X accuracy. So like the one-hit KO moves are weirdly kind of viable in this. Too bad. I guess I lost that one. That machine you have on your arm, it's quite the get-up. The way the lights pulse and all, it's mighty impressive, whatever it is. I thought for a second there you'd taken my Pokemon. Yeah, so I'm not entirely sure what the lore explanation is for when you snag a Pokemon. Like, are they aware that you just stole their fucking Pokemon? Are they fine with it? Like, I guess clearly not, because he's like, oh, I could have sworn you just taken it. And then, like, he doesn't have his Lediba anymore. So, like, yeah, fucker, I did take it. Your shit's gone. I just stole your fucking J's. Oh, one potion, thank you. I also need to make sure to check, because Teddy Ursa has, where is it? Yeah, pickup. It may pick up items, so, you know, you're always going to want to check after every battle. Even if you don't use Teddy Ursa on your team, it's just good practice, honestly, to just keep Teddy Ursa in your team. Because, like, I've gotten, I think, like, Great Balls, and I swear I've gotten an Ultra Ball off of it once. And you get, like, not full restores, but, like, well, like, super potions, you can get, like, full heals. Like, you can get, like, some good value out of Teddy Ursa as long as, you know, you keep it in your team and you make sure to actually check it after every battle, because if it's holding something, it can't pick something up after a battle. I just saw a red box, I need to go back for that. And same thing, despite playing through this game so many times since I was a little kid, I always feel the need to just, like, compulsively check everywhere because, oh, what if there's an item here? Even though, realistically, I think I know where all the, like, pick-upable, for lack of better terms, items are in the game. But I still feel the need to just, like, check every little, like, nook and cranny and every little crevice. And yeah, the second one is here with, look, I'm gonna call her for what she is. This muscle mommy. This big buff fucking muscle mommy. And yeah, our next one is Poochyena. Poochyena is like kind of the definitive like early game Pokemon. You'll catch this thing just so you have like, you know, an extra Pokemon. You probably won't hold on to it for very long. It's usually like a revive sacrifice, or like, you know, you'll use it to just kind of tank a big hit from, oh, look. I can't remember, is Dark is good against Ghost. Ghost is not good against Dark, right? I mean, it may paralyze it, so it's just worth using. But yeah, I think Poochyena is a really cute Pokemon. Mightyena is fine. I think he's just completely fine. Yeah, not very effective. I'm just gonna bait for paralyzes though. Mightyena does have one kinda nice niche in this game specifically though, that being that it has, I believe, Intimidate once it turns into Mightyena. And in a game where every single battle is a double battle, getting Intimidate spread on every Pokemon that comes out, nice. Good. Not gonna lie, that's a pretty good niche. And I think that's why I like this game so much, is because the game forces you to use Pokemon that you normally wouldn't otherwise use. And you kind of get a bit of a better appreciation for them as you use them, because again, your options are really, really, really limited in this game. You do not have a lot of choices for some types. Like, I believe in this, I think your only choices for Ghost-type Pokemon are, like, you know, not to spoil the ones coming up, oh no, is like Duskull, Banette, and then Sableye. I'm fairly certain those are the only Ghost-type Pokemon in this game. So, hey, if you don't like any of those Pokemon, but you want to use a Ghost-type Pokemon, tough. Fucking either use one of them, or just deal with not getting to use a Ghost-type Pokemon, because you also can't trade Pokemon into this until you finish the main story. So you're saddled with the Pokemon in the game, and I really like that a lot. I think it's really cool that it forces you to use kind of middling, kind of underwhelming Pokemon. Because the way the game is set up, early on, the Pokemon that you're given are, like, I'm gonna be honest, not very great to, like, middling at best. But the later you get into the game, the better and better the Pokemon get, but you get to use them for less and less time. Like, again, not gonna spoil who my last member is gonna be, but I'm not getting that bastard until, like, basically the finale of the game. Like, he is not going to be in the team for very long, but I really, really want to use it because it's one of my favorite Pokemon ever. I think it's really cool that, like, I can use him in this, and it's, yeah, like, he's one of my favorite Pokemon ever. But I feel like realistically on the stream, this will be the only chance to really get to use it, because in a lot of the other games where it's available, there's just either I use the water type starter, or there's just, you know, better options available to, you know, not be disparaging towards the Pokemon that I want to use, but it's just kind of outclassed. More importantly, it uses its Pokemon Stadium model. Oh no, that really, you know, narrows down the water types it could be. Oh boy, who's going to look into what Pokemon were in Pokemon Stadium and figure out who I'm going to use finally? But, yeah, like, its model in Pokemon Stadium is so goddamn good compared to, like, the modern 3D version. It's actually criminal how badly they fucking butchered it in the newer games compared to, like, what it looks like in this. Here it is, here it is. This is it. Here you go. Darien obtained the machine part. It's a rare item, that machine part. It took a while to get the order, and how's your director, Professor Crane, doing? Darien explained what had been happening to Pear. Dude, he got his shit blown smooth off. Ha, the HQ directors was abducted by some goons? Oh no, some goons. Ugh, pure goon slop. With shadow Pokemon? I've been through something like that before, but what do you mean you've been through something like that before? You've been kidnapped before? But who would have thought it'd happen again? I hope the lab director's found. I'll be rooting for you, so don't give up. Sure thing, dog. This game's soundtrack is so nice. I am so glad they put this on the Nintendo Switch Online service, because, like, man, this game, I was mentioning it way earlier before, but, like, every time it's traded in, like, because we sell it for, like, I think, like, fucking something absurd, like, $350, something like that. Oh boy, some more memos I'm not going to read, thank you. Like, it's absurdly expensive, and that's in Canadian dollars as well, so imagine how much that would be in a currency that, like, actually matters. And it's just so fucking expensive, it's ridiculous. And yes, I know you're paying a subscription, you don't technically own it, but, like, it's really nice to just have this available in just, like, an easy, convenient, readily accessible way. Would I prefer, I mean, okay, would I prefer that they made, like, an actual, you know, physical copy that you could buy on the shelf? Yes, of course. Of course I would. Who the fuck wouldn't? Am I glad, you know, or would I even prefer, like, just a one-time digital purchase, like Fire Red Leaf Grade? Yes, I would like that even more. You know, but I'm still glad that it's on the NSO. I'm glad that, like, people can play it without fucking spending an arm and a leg. And yes, again, I get it. Subscriptions will eventually add up. But, like, let's do the math. If it's, like, you know, 70 per year in Canadian, so it's 70, 140, 210, and then 280, and then 350. So after... I was not keeping track. That was at 70, 140, 210. Okay, so after 5 years, you'll have paid the amount that you would have had to have paid all up front for just Pokemon XD. But with this, you also get the GameCube games, the 64 games, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy, Virtual Boy, NES, Super Nintendo. You also get Genesis games. Like, you're getting so much more on top of it. And yes, I get it. There's the concern about, like, you know, digital ownership and all that. The alternative is that there just isn't any of this at all. And there's just no option. And you got me fucked up if you think I'm going to pay some dude $350 fucking dollars for a secondhand copy of this game when it should be, like, at the most, like, 40. Like, piss off. Fuck you if you think I'm fucking paying that. Joey, are you sure? Don't drop it. Jovi can do it. Darren, how's your Shadow Pokemon doing? Purification progresses if a Shadow Pokemon spends time together with its trainer. Has the heart gauge fallen to 0? No. Oh, but by the time the Purified Chamber is completed, the heart gauge should be down to 0. If the heart gauge has fallen to 0, the Shadow Pokemon is ready to open its heart, but that alone isn't enough. Open its heart, you say? Like Crush 40? To complete the process, the Pokemon needs to go through a purification ceremony. It's basically a ritual for it to return to its natural state. If the Purified Chamber were ready, it could go through the ceremony there, but it looks like we'll need a little more time to get finished. Because of that, I think your Shadow Pokemon should go through the purification ceremony using a different process. There's a village called Agate in the village... Oh, in the village is the Relic Stone, which has the power to restore Shadow Pokemon to their natural state. It worries me a lot to send you to such a far-off place by yourself, dear, but I also think it's something that only you can do. Well, dear, will you go to Agate Village? Yes. Thank you, Darian. Thank you, Darren, I'm so proud of how you're becoming more and more dependable. You know it, ma'am. Agate is southeast from here, but it's not very close. Go see a man named Egon there. The Relic Stone, which is used for purification ceremony, is under the care of a man named Egon. I'll get in touch with him so he knows that you're coming, Darian. I'll do my best to get the Purified Chamber finished while you're gone, but please be careful. Yes, ma'am. Let me through. And speaking of, like, just the discussion around, like, again, like, just, you know, physical media, ownership rights, stuff like that, it's so rough, because I want to be on the side of, like, yeah, always do physical media, always buy that, always, you know, go physical when you can, but holy shit, why does every person that's super hardcore into it have to be the biggest fart-huffing motherfuckers in the world? Holy shit, you people are so fucking far up your own ass about it. No, I'm not committing a heinous act just because I'm buying a digital copy of a game. I want to buy it digitally because it's convenient, it's right there, and usually is way less than the physical version. I am not a bad person for just thinking it's a little more convenient to just sometimes just want to get it digitally. Like, if there's a physical option, yeah, sure, I'll do it. But, like, sometimes you just gotta be fucking so for real about it. Like, an example, I bought Luck Be a Landlord on the Switch. Now, that's a good game. It's a really fun game. I don't think it's $49.99 Canadian for the physical copy good, when it's, like, I think $4.99 digitally, I think is how much it is. That's a way more reasonable price for it. I'm not saying that I feel like I got scammed and ripped off getting the physical, but, like, there's a pretty clear, like, this game... Sometimes physical is just a little too expensive for what they're asking for a game. It's a shame, because there are a lot of games I would like to have physically, but either they just don't exist physically, or they're just too fucking expensive, and hey... You know what I do? I just get the digital version. Looking to start a battle with me? Sure. I'll take it out on you. And, you know, if there's a game that I get digitally and I really, really, really like it, you know, like Pizza Tower or Elisa, the developer's cut, or Crow Country, you know, I'll get them digitally, I'll play them, I'll fucking love them, and then when the physical does come out, that's when I get it. And I don't mind, like, if a game is good, I don't mind double dipping. There's no issue with that whatsoever. Because there was this talk recently about, Xbox wanting to do a thing where, like, you could basically convert your, like, physical copies into digital versions. Now, what exactly would happen with the discs is, like, kind of left to be up to interpretation, because I don't think you can really make a Blu-ray blank in any way, unless I'm wrong. If I am, you know, please correct me. I genuinely would like to know. And, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, they're stripping away ownership, they're making it so you won't own anymore. It's like, well, okay, technically speaking, this is kind of the best way to preserve your games, because, again, physical copies aren't infallible. All it takes is just a nail to scratch across your disc, or any other sharp physical object, you know, a staple, a key, just something like that. That's all it takes, is to just make it not read anymore, and destroys it, and now that game is, you know, it doesn't work anymore. Or like a cartridge. God knows how many cartridges I've had to decline in trades at my work because people just don't take care of them, and they, like, corrode and rust, and they just don't work anymore. No, you know, no amount of isopropyl alcohol is gonna take that, like, corrosion off the pins. This game is just ruined now. Whereas making a digital backup of it, you know, just on a hard drive or an SSD or something, technically speaking, that is kind of the best way to preserve media, because when you convert it to digital and you make it readily available, you know, like the Internet Archive, or yeah, emulation sites, like, you know, I don't want to fucking blow up the spot, because people always, they find the good emulation sites and then they start talking about them on social media and shit, and then they blow the fuck up, and then they get, like, ruined because of that. So I'm not going to contribute to that problem. Look it up yourself. You can find it. The tools are there. But, like, you know, honestly, the people preserving media are the pirates, and the people making digital backups, and people uploading things to Internet Archive, or, you know, sharing downloadable links, stuff like that. How do I get down there again? Right. I think it's behind here. Yeah. Okay, good. I wasn't sure if I was right or not. Yeah, those are the people that are actually preserving media, and not, you know, these dudes who just buy up these games and then keep them in their, like, musty, nasty basements, never touching them ever again, just letting them sit and, let's be real, basically fucking rot on a shelf. These are the people actually preserving media, not these people. So I'm very impassioned about it, because I feel like discussion about it has ramped up exponentially the last few years, and the discourse around it has gotten so fucking annoying. I think I can learn Thunderwave? Yes. This is another reason why I wanted to use Jolteon, because Thunderwave is such an invaluable move to know in this game, where you're catching, like, a lot of Pokemon all the time. Being able to paralyze Pokemon or put them to sleep, like, very consistently is really, really, really fucking useful. It's really good. Cool. She learns more moves as you go through the game too, so we'll be coming back here quite a bit. There's a couple more battles I want to do before progressing. Again, just to kind of... Where is he? He's up there, before we get rolling. Because, like, I should say, I think people who put all of their stock exclusively into just digital or just physical, I feel like is not usually the best thing to do. To abort this man, yes. Yes, sir, we will. Because I think, especially with games, you can get, like, a good middle ground between both, and especially, like, you know, having to move twice in a short amount of time, like, only a few years. Bringing along a whole goddamn video game collection, that shit is really, really heavy, and has a high chance of things going wrong. Good example, my PS2 just fucking broke in between moves. I don't know if at some point in, like, the storage locker, there's just too much stuff. Moving always reminds me about the amount of pointless shit I do in my life. Fucking real. I learned the first time I moved, and then the second time, how, like, I just do not need most of this bullshit in my life. Honestly, the only things really that I brought along with me from my last place to here was just my game collection, a few pieces of furniture, my figurines, and then, like, my plushes, and then my little, you know, my art and whatnot that I've gotten from, like, conventions, and I've, like, commissioned, you know, physical art pieces from, like, local artists and stuff. Like, that's really the only stuff I brought along. I didn't even bring, like, my bed frame or anything. I was just like, fuck this. This shit is too heavy. I'll just get a new one. Also because I made a point of not bringing anything that I didn't pay for myself, and both the TV and the bed frame in my room, that was the case with it. I got the bed frame from, you know, my dad, and then the TV was, I believe, also my dad's before, we even moved into, like, that place, and, you know, leaving the family, I decided if I didn't buy this myself, or if it was, like, a gift, right? Because I think the mattress, my current mattress was, like, part of, like, a birthday gift, I think, one year, because I just kept on putting off getting a new mattress over and over and over again. They were like, fuck, you need to get a new mattress here, we'll just, we'll just get you a new mattress. But like I was saying, I think putting all stock, like, you know, when it comes to, like, digital stuff, like, it's really convenient to just bring your entire collection on just a micro SD card or a memory card or a hard drive, what have you. And then, you know, but with physical stuff, it's nice because, you know, you can, like, sell it if you're not going to use it anymore, or if you're, you know, there's something else that you want to get, you can, you know, use that to just make it more affordable, stuff like that. Great example. Yeah, let's battle. Great example of that, and, like, one of the reasons why I will, like, you know, I'll go to bat for game key cards as an option. Again, game key cards are a good option. The issue is that every single developer is making it the standard. It should just be an option, not the norm. I guess that's, like, my stance on it. I don't hate them, but I'm not thrilled about them. They're kind of eh. Like, if a game I'm interested in is a key card, it's not a huge deterrent, and simultaneously, just because a game is fully on cartridge, that doesn't mean, oh, well, this game I wasn't interested in anymore, or before, I'm just gonna buy it now, just because, like, no, I have, like, bills and stuff to pay, and I only have so much time to play games. Doesn't matter what the format is, if I'm interested in it, I will get it. So, with game key cards, good example of why I will go to bat for them is Pokopia. Now, I need to explicitly be upfront and honest. I do not think Pokopia is a bad game at all. It's a very good game. I totally get why people like it so much. But me? I'll be honest, it just really wasn't for me. It didn't captivate and grab me like it did everybody else. I think it's mainly just because, like, I'm just not into, like, creative sandboxy type games like that. But I will say, Tomodachi Life has got me by the fucking balls. Tomodachi Life is really fucking good. In fact, while I was waiting for, like, everything to download and update on the Gamecube app, because I guess I just haven't used it since the Switch 2 came out, really, because I was playing Chibi Robo a lot on it, but I guess I just never really went back to it for, like, all the other games. I was just playing Tomodachi Life leading up to the stream, just to kind of, you know, kill time as it was, like, you know, all downloading. And so, okay, anyways, yeah, Tomodachi Life is good. Pokopia. I was not a very big fan of Pokopia, and I'm glad that there was at least a physical option. And okay, again, people get really fucking on your case if you call a Game Key card a physical game. Yes, it is a physical game. There is a physical, tangible object in your hand. That to me qualifies it as a physical game. Get off your fucking fart huffing high horse and stop arguing in, like, bad faith. Right, I have to go talk to Egon. Stop arguing with bad faith arguments and being such a fucking pretentious snob. There is a physical cartridge in my hand. That is a physical object. This is a physical game. Piss off. Anyways, if Pokopia was just exclusively a digital download, because I bought it on day one, because someone I used to be friends with was like, oh, if you buy this, we'll play it together, which we actually ended up never playing together. I'm so sorry. I know I was explaining it earlier too. Fucking the PS3 has built-in copyright protection, so I can't actually play the HD collection on Sly Cooper on the PS3, so I had to go to Pokemon XD. I am going to... Sony can send their fucking ninjas after me. I don't care. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna emulate it on my PC on a PS2 emulator. I will play Sly Cooper. I promise I will. I assure you. I promise. But for now, we're doing Pokemon XD. Oh boy, oh boy. So anyways, as I was saying, so yeah, we just ended up never even playing it together. And like, I just got really burnt out on Pokopia really quickly, and I just really wasn't gelling with it, honestly. So I'm really glad that since, you know, this is a actual physical tangible thing, I was able to trade it into my work and like recoup some of the loss and put it towards something that like I actually did want to get. What that was, I'll be honest, I actually can't remember what I put it towards. But it was something that I actually did want, so hey, you know, that's why I'll go to bat for them. If you're just not jamming with the game, you can just resell it, recoup some of the losses. And then again, there's that argument that people always say of, well, if you're a game collector, you shouldn't be selling your games, the point is to collect them. And it's like, yeah, I get that, but like, the way I collect games is my collection is just always, it's fluid. Games come in and out of my collection, like, constantly. Like, what is in my collection now compared to, like, a year ago? Completely different. There's some games that, like, I'll always hold on to no matter what. Like, my Earthbound, you will have to fucking rip that shit from my cold, dead hands. You will never, ever, ever get me to trade in or sell my Earthbound. Doesn't matter, because we sell that for like $585 Canadian at my work, which, one, is fucking putrid and disgusting. It makes me gag in my mouth every single time I say it. And two, like, you can have it go all the way up to like $1,000, $2,000. It could be any amount of money. I am never, ever, ever, ever trading my Earthbound in or selling it. That game is like sacred to me. Similarly, Resident Evil on Saturn, you will have to rip that from my cold dead hands. Most of my Saturn games, you will have to do that, because as it is, I want to get a Saturn Master Set someday. Why, yes, I did say that on a minimum wage salary. Why, yes, I am fucking stupid. Thank you for asking. But, you know, I'd love to have a Saturn Master Set someday. I think that'd be really, really cool and really, really, poggers. But, you know, most of these you would have to, like, it would have to be, like, desperate times call for desperate measures, which I have actually, ever since starting to try and get a Master Saturn set, have traded in 2 games. One of which, funnily enough, was a game I actually played on stream. It was Rayman. I traded that one in because I was like, I've played it on stream. This game is ludicrously hard. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to beat it, and I really need the money right now, and this is like, I think $88 in trade credit, because as an employee, pulling the veil back a bit, we have an option that, like, anybody can do for, instead of doing store credit, you can do, like, a post-dated check in the mail. The post-dated check in the mail, the trade values we give are, like, a bit less, usually about, like, 20 or so % less, generally, just to account for, like, you know, processing fees, the cost of the checks themselves, like, you know, higher up accountant bullshit stuff, for a lack of better terms. And one of the perks of being an employee is we can actually do the credit values on the checks, so, you know, if I'm ever just, like, jonesing for some cash, like, I'm really, like, I'm short on it, I can trade in, get a check instead. God damn it, Teddy Ursa. This is why I'm not having you on my team. But yeah, I get on tangents and I get off topic really, really easily. Yeah, Rayman, I traded in because I was like, yeah, I'm kinda, I, you know, spent a little more than I should have at that period. I think it was still early on when I was moving, and it was just moving fees, storage unit costs, just stupid adult bullshit. Just got home from work and made myself some dinner, really enjoy the stream. Yippee! I'm so happy. I was gonna say too, cause I don't have any Sly Cooper mentioned in my, things. Do I know you in person? That's such a threatening thing to ask. Cause, yeah, I think I only mentioned it, like, in my, like, work group chat, so, do I know you? It's such a threatening thing to ask. Oh, hello, hi, hello. I didn't realize you had a separate account. Hello, it's nice to talk to you again. Yeah, I guess, okay, yeah, I guess I mentioned my work chat, and I mentioned it earlier in the stream. But yeah, I was so looking forward to doing Sly Cooper. I was so excited to do that. But fucking PS3 has, because on the PS5 and 4, I watched you yesterday, my husband. Oh, okay. that explains, like, a lot more. Gosh, I'm trying to think now. I mean, I'm sure you already know, but I get on so many tangents, and I have such a bad attention span. Yeah, PS4 and PS5. You can disable the HDCP on that as, like, an option. It makes it so you can't, like, watch movies or use Spotify, stuff like that, but it lets you use the system on a capture card. PS3 has that hardwired into the software. You just cannot disable that. You need to use either component cables, which I don't know how I'm going to plug component cables into a capture card, because it's only HDMI, or you can use an HDMI splitter that can bypass that. Now, I have an HDMI splitter. No goddamn idea where it is, but I do have one, but I don't know if it bypasses that or not, so I'm gonna experiment, and I will see if that works, and if it does, hey, on Tuesday, we'll start Sly Cooper. If not, we're going back to Pokemon again. Because I would really like to have it work, because my goal is to, if I can play it on actual hardware, I'll play it on actual hardware, but if push comes to shove, I'll just emulate it. I am no stranger to that. I've emulated games on stream before, so we could just do that. But yeah, I guess, also, how are you today? How have things been? if I recall correctly, Wonderful is currently drunk watching Crank. If you enjoy Sly Cooper, 2C Phoenix made a huge deep dive video on YouTube about the series. Okay, I'll note that down and keep it in mind, because I really like deep dive video series like that. In fact, all these long-ass attack animations are going, I'll kind of hop on YouTube and just kind of put that in a tab. 2CP. Oh, you know what? I think I've seen this guy's videos before. I think I have. I was gonna say, the Sly 2 video came up, and that's like 6.5 hours long. That's fucking wild, because I've played through Sly Cooper 1 in its entirety. In fact, I even got the platinum for it on the Sly collection. Like, I 100%ed it. 2, I played up to Rejong, but then ended up stopping, because I think some game came out, and I have no idea. What was that just dropped? Sorry, one moment, I heard something drop and sounded... What dropped? What's going on? Huh, nothing looks different on my floor? That's really good when there's a dropping noise and you have no idea what the hell just dropped. That's good. That won't be a concern later. But yeah, I played up to Rejong. I definitely prefer Sly 2 or Sly 1. Love pickpocketing. Yeah, I was gonna say, okay, yeah, I'll finish my thought. No, honest to God, okay, I wholeheartedly believe in ghosts. Like, I genuinely wholly believe in, like, the supernatural and whatnot. Because, I don't know, I think it kind of gives me a bit of comfort just knowing where it's like, oh, maybe there's something beyond everything, and more importantly, if ghosts were real, if they would have wanted to harm me or do me evil, they would have by now. So I just assume that every single ghost is friendly, like Casper. Anywho, yeah, played to Rejong, some game came out that interested me, so I think I just ended up not really going back to it. But I've watched my friend and roommate play through every single game in the series with the exception of 4, because his PS3 has a really weird issue where for some reason he can't connect DualShock 3s at all to the system, his PS3, so he just can't use a DualShock 3, so whenever you get to any of the missions in Sly 4 that require the 6-axis motion controls, he just isn't able to do those, so we had to stop very early. So, unfortunately, I kind of know everything about, like, what happens in the games. They won't really be, like, surprises to me, but I really want to play them for myself so I can kind of get my own informed opinion on them. Especially 4. I really, really want to play 4 for myself, because I have heard, to put it lightly, incredibly divisive things about it. Some people think it is like the fucking worst thing to ever happen, and some people think it's like, no, it's not that bad, people are too cruel on it. I've gotten to hear the sides, both sides in person, from my friend and roommate defending it, saying it's not as bad as everybody says, he still really, really likes it. And then I've heard the other side from my coworker and friend, who has also played and loved, yes, who has also played and loved the Sly Cooper games since they were kids. So these are like two, like, lifelong fans, and I trust their takes on it. I feel like I'm going to kind of fall somewhere in the middle, just from what I know about it and just from what I've heard. But again, I want to play it for myself, and I want to give my own actual, like, opinion on it, because, you know, people are free to give their opinions and takes on media that they haven't consumed yet, but those opinions and takes are, you know, justifiably kind of worth a bit less than people who have actually experienced them, and I would like to be able to give my personal opinions on them and kind of do a deeper discussion about the games as I play them, because Sly Cooper especially, I personally believe that it's not just the best games that Sony's made from the PS2 era. I just straight up think they're the best games Sony's made, like, period. I think there are some of the best games from that generation as well. Those games, to me, kind of exemplify what makes the 6th generation so good and so special to me, and how we just really don't get games like them anymore. Yeah, absolutely. I was thinking about Assassin's Creed. I think it is so crazy that that series is as big as it is now, considering I went back and I was looking at reviews and kind of the general consensus on the series, and weirdly enough, a lot of people thought that the first game was one of those things where it's like, this game could be really good in the future, but we don't know if this series will go past the first one. A lot of people didn't think it would really go anywhere because of the issues that the first game had, and now it's like, oh, Assassin's Creed is like, you know, if you were to make like a video game series iceberg, that's at like the tip of the iceberg now. Like, everybody knows that series. Sly Cooper pioneered the ship battles. Yeah, okay, I remember when I was watching my my friend play 3, when I was like kind of going through it for the first time, like watching him play. I remember just seeing the pirate area, and I was like, this just kind of reminds me of like Black Flag. This is just Assassin's Creed 4, but like the prototype of it. Which, speaking of which, even though I hate Ubisoft like a ton, like a lot, I fucking hate Ubisoft, I will give them credit where credit's due. No, I need to heal, god damn it. Whatever. I will give them credit where credit's due. I genuinely do not believe any game has hit the peak that Assassin's Creed 4 did with the ship battles. Even like Sea of Thieves and other games like that, like I think Assassin's Creed 4 still is like the best naval combat in like any action game ever. It's insane how they just perfected it immediately like that, right out of the gate, and just never really went back to it. But yeah, I have a lot to say about Sly Cooper on a gameplay, game design front. I guess I'm going to be keeping him around. I might as well refresh. I'll get rid of refresh, I guess. Because the Sly Cooper games, like on a, not just gameplay design. Yeah, so not just on like a gameplay design aspect, but a just general game design aspect. I think Sly Cooper is one of the best designed game series ever, because everything about it is so tightly knit and so well made. Like in the game, like how when you're sneaking around as the characters, you get like all the diegetic like sound effects as they're sneaking around, and like all the characters kind of have like different musical motifs associated with them, and even just like the silhouettes of the characters themselves. If you were to just black out the silhouettes, even if you didn't know who these characters are, their body language and designs infer so much about their character without saying a single thing. You know, Sly, he's like really thin and nimble, and you know, really kind of slim, so like, you know, you can just infer immediately, this guy, he's a roguish kind of, you know, a thief. You can tell immediately. Murray, he's just this big bulky guy. You know immediately he's the brawn of the operation. Then Bentley with, you know, the glasses, his kind of smaller demeanor, everything about him infers you he's the brains. He's the intelligence of the team. He's the plan maker. It's so unfortunate I wasn't a financial success. There's so many amazing things about it. Yeah, because I know like 1 through 3 did really like, you know, well, but 4 kind of bombed, unfortunately, because it just came on that era where it was a very multiplayer dominated era, and cartoony, more stylized games were just kind of on the way out, which again is such a shame. It's so unfortunate. Yeah, and the levels had to build all the levels around making it so way every character could traverse them. And that's a really huge, I'm trying to think of the term. It's a huge testament to how well and how intimately the level designers knew how to make good, well-designed games. Because you had to make sure Sly could move around, he can use the the hang wires and being able to go from like spire to spire. Bentley was able to, you know, go like from ramp to ramp and upstairs and be able to access the things he did. And, you know, Murray, he just can't really, he doesn't have that much vertical mobility, so you had to account for that. So you had to make sure everything was designed with all these characters in mind, and I think that's really, again, shows how good these level designers were. Like, they were worth their salt. They knew how to make a well-designed game. And moreover, in terms of art direction, I still think the Sly Cooper games are some of the best looking games ever. I think they look phenomenal, and it's a really good example of utilizing a system's limitations to the best of your benefits and being able to, like, work within those limitations, because from the get-go, I believe Sucker Punch, they were like, you know, we want to have this be kind of cartoony, and more kind of comic-inspired, and with the PS2, you know, kind of being on, like, the lower end of power, having those kind of, like, sharp, polygonal, hard outlined character designs and having them work in this kind of cartoony stylized world. It was within the limitations of the PS2, but it also made it that way, being able to make them so simple, so flat, but so eye-catching. You could do a lot with the games because these, you know, you weren't using these hyper super realistic textures, and you didn't have like a huge workload on the system processing all of that, so you could do a lot with just this really simple art style. But because of how strong of an art style it is, those games still look really, really good to this day. And then you look at a lot of other games from that era that went for a more realistic style, and they just don't really hold up as well. I've designed a few levels in a video game, but I'm not adept enough to do a good platform level. Yeah, it's one of those things where I feel like a lot of people kind of assume platformers, 3D platformers in particular, are like kind of these simple to make games, but like, I think 3D platformers are, and this is somebody who hasn't ever designed a game level before, hasn't ever worked on game, just purely just from like playing so many games and just kind of like looking into how they're developed, how they're made. I feel like 3D platformers are among the hardest to make good levels for, because 3D platformers, they live and die by their level designs and things like player expression and skill expression, like movement and how you can go about doing levels, and, you know, like, because I'm trying to like kind of formulate the proper words to say. I feel like 3D platformers are so popular among speedrunners because of things like that, like player and skill expression and having a lot of options in movement. Lean more cartoon design can make it age better. Yes, Wind Waker is a phenomenal example of that. So much so that I think when they remastered it on the Wii U, they kind of fucked it up a little. I think the extreme amount of bloom that they put in the game kind of makes it look worse, honestly. The bloom and the, like, somebody was like sleeping on the control panel and they accidentally cranked the saturation up way too high. Because GameCube Wind Waker I think looks great, but Wii U Wind Waker, in spite of all the quality of life changes they added and the good things that they did add, youch, the visuals took a bit of a hit. Teddy Ursa is not picking up any items, and I am like, Darian's getting angry. Uncle Darian's getting angry. You aren't picking any items up, which is why designs of New Star Fox are so disappointing. Why did they learn Fox? Okay, me and Wonderful were talking about this. I absolutely get why people don't like them very much. I fuck extremely heavy with the new designs. I like that they're based off the weird fucked up evil looking puppets from the SNES games. Kind of. They're kind of based off of them. Just having that weird realistic look. Like, Falco's weird fucked up chicken legs. Like, it's such a weird choice to make, but like, I don't know, there's something about it that like, I kind of like them. I absolutely get why it's not popular opinion to like them though. Like, they are very, very, very different from literally anything we've ever seen. They are, some of the characters are really uncanny and kind of weird. Cat's redesign is one where I'm like, this design works better in the style they're going for, but like, this just almost looks like a different character, and she just looks kind of fucked up and weird. She just looks kind of weird. I feel like the reason why they're going for such a drastically different style from everything else, though, is I've noticed... No, really, somebody brought up where it's like, original Cat looks like a girl that you went to high school with and you were kind of sweet on. And then new Cat looks like your plug that like lives in the local park and gets crunked off like a bottle of rum every single night, and she'll gladly help you steal something. Yeah, we haven't seen what Bill looks like yet. Because who do we know? We know all of Star Fox. We saw a snippet of Cat. Pigma we know. And James McCloud, which me and Wonderful were talking about. Because I don't know when who swapped off like with the account, but we came to the conclusion that James McCloud looks like he'd put like $50 of diesel into the R-Wing, buy $20 in scratcher tickets, and then like a roller dog every time he goes to fill up the R-Wing. Is this for Pokeballs? Yes, okay, good, we can buy more Pokeballs. Because, we're about to get my second party member soon. Yippee, hooray, I'm so excited. Let me go to Agate Village. Like, I'm really excited for the new Star Fox. I just want Bill to say it, and I cannot read it all, holy shit. I just want Bill to say... and a surfer cowboy, which, that too, they're re-recording all the lines. They're doing a full new dub for it, and I don't know how I feel about that. I really don't know how I feel. I hope, because they completely changed Pigma's accent. He used to have like a southern twang to him, you know? I'll do you old in, old peppy old pal. Like, he had that kind of twang to him. But now he's like gruff Joyzy. Ugh, I'm working for Andros now. He's paying better. Like, I don't know how I feel about that. 40, I do not need 49. Give me like 20 of these fuckers. Oh, that's right, this game has Premier Balls, son of a bitch. One sec. Can I not rewind? Does the Gamecube not have the rewind function? Shit, well, whatever. I'll just take my one Premier Ball and go. I want 2 though. Is it 10 for a Premier Ball? God damn it. I thought Slippy and Pigma were girls in the 64 version. I could totally see that with Slippy because he's got like the falsetto voice, and Pigma, I feel like, yeah, if, I did not realize Pigma was not a girl until you referenced them as him. Wait, you thought Pigma was a lady this whole time? Because I was going to say, if you figured Slippy was a girl and Starwolf is like the inverse, and it's like, well, of these 4 characters, I guess Pigma is technically the most feminine of them, just based on voice alone. That's interesting. Until just now, really? Oh my god. I'm sorry to break the news to you. No, because what, just on the A, you know, I can see that, yeah, it having kind of like a female inflection with the A, Pigma. I can get that, yeah. We are the sextuplets, we strike terror throughout the land, for we are the Hexagon Brothers. Okay. Yeah, like an A or like et, like E-T-T-E. That's actually because, okay, there's... What character am I thinking of that for the longest time I also did not realize that they weren't who I, like, thought they were? I feel like I'm going to be, like, on this for a while. One sec, I need to, like, look something up. You got me, like, thinking now. I'm like, delving into my brain. I don't know if this is necessarily who I was thinking of, but I think a popular one is Tweety Bird. I always thought Tweety Bird was female, but Tweety Bird's male. And it's because, like, the long eyelashes. I feel like it's probably, like, what did it for me. I loved all your takes yesterday in regards to Star Fox. Like, how you understood why I would kill. Yeah, exactly. Oh, for real? Because, yeah, it's just these characters just, like, get in the way when I'm, like, trying to, like, do shit. Or, God, that one level where I was just on it for, like, 10 minutes trying to get Wolf, and it's, like, the characters are like, Fox, quit screwing around and do something. It's like, motherfucker, I'm trying. I am trying my goddamn hardest. You fuckers should have my tail with this. Like, help me get Wolf, goddammit. There's only one of him, and there's 4 of us. Help me, motherfucker. Ugh. Gosh, my back is sore. You're all bitching ass for your help while you're dying. Yeah, no, exactly, right? Are we not a team? Like, exactly. And yeah, here we go. Here is our next boy, our next lad. Houndour. I love Houndour a lot. I think Houndour is a very, very, very cool Pokemon that I like a lot. I think he's really cool and really poggers. And I want to use him, because in the home game that he comes from, Gold, Silver, Crystal, you can't use this fucker until, like, the very end of the game, basically. So this is the only time where, like, I can use it for a majority of the game. So I'm using him. He's also just a great mixed attacker in this, because he didn't suffer from, like, every other Pokemon that's, like, you know, mixed attacker, like, typings where, like, both the physical and special attacks for this dude are good. So, like, you don't feel like you're getting, like, kind of screwed out of, like, your stats, like with Sneasel. I love Sneasel. That thing was worthless until Gen 4, and then it didn't even matter because it got an evolution. I've gotten Entei, I believe I got him early in this game. Entei is in Colosseum. You can get a Entei, Raikou, and Suicune in the story of those games. But yeah, Entei you get, like, really early on, like only a few hours in. This one's Pokemon XD. That one's in Colosseum. Which, whenever I get around, when they add Colosseum, whenever the hell that is, I would like to use Suicune in that playthrough because I like Suicune a lot. I don't want to just, like, slime this dude immediately. Oh, okay, so I saw effective. Good. Good, good, good. Because, yeah, as it is, I usually stray away from using legendaries just because, like, I don't know, it feels like it's just kind of too overpowered for, like, a single-player game, but I do want to use Suicune in that one, because, again, you get it so early enough that, like, I kind of just want to use it. And yeah, Raikou, big electric type one. I like Suicune the most, personally, just because I just have sort of a bias towards water-type Pokemon in particular. Oh, thank God it stopped. Oh, Jesus, I forgot that was a multi-hit move. Riku. You ever see that video where Riku's voice actor is being interviewed for Kingdom Hearts 1, and he's like, yeah, all the gamer girls are gonna love Riku. They're gonna love him a lot. Have you ever seen that video? If not, I could probably pull it up. Out of the 3 legendary birds, I enjoyed Articuno. Yeah, I don't know who I like the most out of those 3. I think Zapdos. Yeah, that video is so goddamn funny. I don't think I've ever talked about my journey with Kingdom Hearts on the stream ever. My very first Kingdom Hearts game was Kingdom Hearts 2, and, you know, I just got into it, and I was like, who's this fucking dude that I'm playing as? Okay, yeah, I will do that. Let me find this. What would I even look up for this? Gamer girls will love Riku. All I'm finding are, like, people reacting to the interview. Where is it? Here we go, here we go. Let me get this here. Oh, let me pull it down a little. There we go. I need to organize this better. Here we go.
Riku is a sexy guy. He's just a sexy guy. And, you know, the gamer girls are really gonna like it. That's, I think his voice is pretty sexy. He's got a deep, dark kind of sensibility to him. Every girl goes through a bad boy phase, come on. You know,
Every girl goes through a bad boy phase. You know, you like it. Fucking hell. No, honestly, you know what? He's kind of fucking real as hell for that. He's kind of real. I never saw Smallville. Is that actually like a Superman series? Is it like an adaptation of some kind? I don't know why I'm saying that so, like, inquisitively. You know, I'm realizing, it's technically a Clark Kent series. Oh, okay, so it's... Okay, so it's mainly focusing just on, like, the Clark Kent side of things. Okay. Clark Kent becoming Superman, it's enjoyable. Interesting. I've been getting more into, like, Marvel, DC, just general kind of comic book stuff in the last, like, 2-ish or so years, and I really watched, I feel like the new Superman movie will enjoy Smallville. I never got to see the new Superman movie. I still haven't. I've heard incredible things about it, though. But, I really need to bring this up, because it's making me lose my shit every single time I see it. Let me find it. I really hope it comes up on here. Oh, it's so dark. I hope it comes up, like, fine. No, you know, I'll see if I can find a better one. Hold on. It's from the new Punisher special, One Last Kill. I don't know what the context of the scene is at all. And it's so bizarre because it's like, what the hell is happening in this to make him, like, do this? Let me see here. Oh, I realized I never put, hold on, wait, I never put the new lad up. There you go. There he is. Let me find this here. Oh god, that like stretched it out. What the fuck is going on in this scene to make him do this? Why is he screaming and shaking his right arm like that? Like, what the fuck is going on? I'm sure there's context for the scene, but like just seeing this on like Twitter with no fucking context, it's like, what the hell is going on in this? Me when I'm fucking zooking my shit silly sloppy swag style, and I'm worried that my ancestors are watching me while I'm doing it. Like, what the fuck is going on? Alright, anyways. Back to the game. No, because literally what the fuck is going on in that scene? Like, that is all I know from that new special. And it's like, what the fuck? I've heard apparently it's really good too, which just makes that even funnier, that like this weird no context scene is just like spiraling out of control on social media, and it's such a funny, weird gif that has no explanation to it. Gosh, my body is so stiff right now. I'm gonna craft, but we'll still have you play in the background. Sounds good. I appreciate it. Hopefully my dulcet tones will keep you entertained. But I guess before you like kind of go to that, what are you crafting tonight? I would love to know. Bulby. Bulby. Such a character from Panut's streams. It's also why I didn't use Sfeel as well, because I'm already such a fucking like Panut's like discount knockoff streamer of him. I don't need to like also have his like iconic little guy be on my team too. I'm making what I call paper friends. I craft with paper, make layered paper art. That sounds adorable. I love that name, Paper Friends. That's like so cute. I love that. Because I'm trying to remember way long ago in October when I was playing Killing Time. I believe Wonderful mentioned that you work in education. Are these little guys like for your class, or do you just do these guys kind of for fun? Because I feel like with a name like Paper Friends, those are they would do well in a classroom environment. Also, I'll be trying my damnedest to get every single shadow Pokemon that I can, get all of them purified. Making for fun for conventions. Oh, you go to conventions? Awesome! I love going to, in my city, there's like, it's called Icon, A-I-K-O-N. And it's like an anime... Huh? Oh, I would like to allow... Yeah, it really fucking sucks. My Instagram account got like banned a while ago for a bullshit fucking reason. It was like, it's account integrity, which is like, motherfucker, what do you mean? Account integrity? So I tried to appeal it, and in 1 minute, the fucking bullshit AI moderator was like, oh, no, you still don't fall under this, so I'm sorry, Teehee, your account is gone forever. So it's kind of hard to use Instagram, but I will absolutely keep that act written down, and I'll see if, like, I don't know, I could, let me see. Text. ADHD Sketcher. Unfortunately, I think the, like, thing I have automatically blocks links. Also, because I have an alternate, like, Instagram account that I just don't ever use anymore, so I can, like, log into that, hop on there, and I'll see it through there. But yeah, everybody, in the future, right now at any point. Follow ADHD_sketcher on Instagram for cool art. Okay, but yeah, Icon is like it's like an anime convention local to my city, and then there's, you know, the general, just, I live in Winnipeg. It's a Winnipeg Comic Con. They're kind of almost back to back with only like, I think, let me think, like 2 months of cooldown between the two, and I go every single year, and yeah, I always hang out in the artist alleys and whatnot. Always a great time. So I hope you have fun at conventions that you go to. Oh, Ember. Yes. Also, I do promise I will figure out how to get Steam games to play well on a single monitor with OBS and whatnot open, and I will absolutely be playing Ricky J's Rat-tastic Adventure. I will absolutely do a spotlight on that, because I'm pretty sure you were saying that there was going to be more content added in like the future, so I'll kind of wait until big update. I'll do a big feature on it, and it'll be fun, because it does look like really like right up my alley. This is horribly off topic, but man, yesterday after finishing Star Fox, I was thinking about the roller dogs and like convenience store food, and I was like, man, I really want some beef and cheese taquitos, because I actually hadn't eaten dinner at all yesterday by the time I was done streaming, and funny that I also haven't eaten dinner at all today. I woke up, poured myself a big old bowl of cornflakes, and then I just, like, you know, did everything I had to do to get the stream ready, and then, you know, just went into it. So I walked over to my local 7-Eleven, like a minute walk away from me, and I was really hoping there'd be beef and cheese taquitos there, because I was really craving those beef and cheese taquitos, and god damn it, there were no beef and cheese taquitos. I literally walked over to the like roller cooker section, stared at the empty rollers, and then just walked out, but I was like, hey guys, have a nice night, and then just like walked out. It was like, it felt like a fucking humiliation ritual where I just like I just went in, stared at an empty like little roller cooker, and then was just like, well, there's nothing here for me in this place, I guess I'll just leave. So I wouldn't mind going a little earlier tonight, because I went at, I think, like 1 o'clock or like 1 a.m. last night, so understandably they probably had no intentions of putting more on the roller cookers, because who the hell is going to 7-Eleven at like 1 a.m? But maybe if I go a little earlier, maybe there will be some there, hopefully. Isn't enough already? Go play somewhere else. Oh, I meant to talk to the Yellowman. I talked to Purpleman. Perp 6. I always remember being really upset that you couldn't catch the Coughing or Grimer here, because I really wanted to use them instead of what you get here. You can get Grimer later on, but just from like a completely different trainer. And where was I going with that? No, I guess it's just that thought concluded, I guess. Again, I mentioned it earlier, but like, god, the animations in this are just, the animations and the modeling is just so much better than in the newer Pokemon games. Like, they just have so much more personality, and just, they're just animated so much more nicely. There's this one just absolutely crazy KO animation that, like, every time I see it, it just makes me lose my shit. I can't remember if it's Magnemite or Magneton. I think it's Magneton, where when it gets KO'd, it just like starts violently shaking, and then it just falls the fuck apart immediately, and it's like, what the fuck? Why does it just do that? And Tentacool, I remember being upset that I couldn't use Tentacool either. But I kind of like that these guys are here really close to the beginning, because like, honestly, all the Pokemon you get from them are all like pretty solid additions to a team. And they can kind of, you know, even if you don't plan on using them throughout the entire game, they can kind of, you know, life raft you until you do start getting the ones that, like, you do actually want to use. Like, I was considering using Spheal just for a lot of the game until I could get the one that I want to actually use, but I was like, I feel like that XP can go towards, like, actual permanent team members, so, like, I'll just kind of, you know, bing chilling with my boys. You know what? I guess I can give Jolteon its nickname and stuff. I completely forgot that the name raider is actually at Agate Village. Can't give Houndour his yet, but you know, I can at least do that when he does get purified. Oh, Teddy Ear says an item. I'll need to make sure to get that after the battle. Man, today, let me check out my window. Oh, it's still kind of weird looking. Early on, how would I even put it? The atmosphere outside, I guess, was like beige. Like, it wasn't foggy, but like the atmosphere had a kind of beige hue to it, which is really weird, and I've never seen it before like that, and it was just really odd. And apparently there was like warnings of like, hey, there could potentially be tornado weather, which is really weird because we don't get tornadoes where I live, so it's like, what the fuck is going on? We've been having such weird weather all, like, for the last, like, 6 months, I want to say. It always can't decide if it wants to be really nice or, like, inhospitable hellscape, because, I remember back in December, I want to say December, it was just a random Thursday, and it was probably one of the worst blizzards I'd ever seen in my entire life, and for some godforsaken reason, my work decided to keep the doors open, despite the fact that we're a video game store. We are not an essential business. Schools and actual, like, essential businesses, actual essential businesses, you know, those ones that are supposed to stay open no matter what, they remained closed. They fucking closed down. Oh, but us, the video game store? Dude, we gotta be open for that. We gotta stay open, dude. A super potion, look at that! Teddy Ursa already putting in work. Golly G, golly B, boy oh boy. Boy howdy. I love this little cutscene. These fucking numbskulls just cannot... they just can't grasp it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, 8? Now there's too many of us. Brothers beware, there are baby spies among us. Among us? There are spies among us? Hey, look, it's that kid again. These fucking numbskulls. I love these dudes, they're really funny. I think it's just the yellow one and the green one is all that's left. Cool. But yeah, fun fact about that day, I almost fucking died that day. I almost died to hypothermia and freezing to death because when I hopped on my bus, I knew I should have just stayed home when I opened up the door and it was like belly button height snow on the ground. That was my first mistake at being like, oh no, this is probably okay, this is probably fine, I can still make it. So I trudged through stomach high snow all the way to the bus stop. A singular bus comes, I hop on the bus for like maybe 3 stops, and then the guy kind of like, because I'm the only one on the bus, because I was the only fucking idiot stupid enough to not stay home that day. And so the bus driver kind of, you know, we're driving and then he kind of like motions over, waves to me. I'm like, oh, what's going on? He's like, hey, buddy. And he pointed at the road. And yeah, sure as shit, the cops were actually blocking the road off to be like, hey, don't come down here, the road is like too dangerous. So the guy was like, I'm sorry man, but I gotta let you off here, this is kind of the end of the route. And I was like, oh shit, because for context, I was dressed in a Sukajon jacket, a Hawaiian shirt, some shorts, and some Skechers slip-on shoes. Not exactly blizzard, Antarctic level weather survivability. So the dude just kind of looked me up and down, and I think he also realized the severity of the situation that I was in. Oh, thank goodness. And so he was like, well, where are you trying to go, man? I was like, I need to get to my work. It's in front of, I'm not gonna fucking dox my work. It's at this bus stop. And he's like, okay, well, I have to change route, but I can at least get you as far as I can. I was like, anything's good, man. I appreciate it. So, you know, he took me for maybe another minute on the ride of my 10-minute ride. We went down like this one road. Then I swear to fucking God, before he opened the door, he looked me up and down and he said, hey brother, stay safe and try not to die. He straight up fucking told me, try not to die. Still the most insane interactions I've ever had with like a bus driver ever. He meant well too. He wasn't being as a joke. I could tell he genuinely like meant well. And God, so I get off and I send a picture to my group chat because I'm like a 20-minute walk or so away from my work, and I just simply send a picture and I say, I am going to die. That's all I simply text back. And then one of my coworkers was like, holy shit, Darian, get into a building, like a business anywhere. And I was like, there are none where I'm at. This is like a neighborhood. There are no businesses around. Work is the nearest business. So I had to trudge, again, through almost like varying from like knee-high to stomach-deep snow. Just fucking trying not to actually freeze to death. Now, my shorts, ever since then, I have not really worn shorts with short, like, shallow pockets because I made sure to kind of hold my pockets as much as I can, make sure that my, like, wallet and my keys and whatnot don't, like, you know, fall out of my pockets. But I get to work and I feel around my pocket. There's my work keys. Where the fuck is my wallet? Oh, fuck. I dropped my wallet in like a blizzard. Actually, the worst thing that could possibly fucking happen. So I sent in the message into the group chat, guys, I lost my wallet in the blizzard. I'm actually fucked. Because everything was in there, like my health card, my ID, my credit card, my debit card, like everything. Everything was in my wallet. So I was like, fucked. I was like, oh my god, I am actually so fucking screwed right now. I cannot believe this. So I just messaged in a group chat. I said, I need to go out and find those. So I quite literally retraced my steps, which is, it was kind of easy to do because, again, the snow was, there was like nobody out. So my footsteps were still there in the snow. And I had to go, couldn't find it. I was starting to get cold and I was like, fuck, I need to open up the store. I need to do like all the opening stuff. So I just kept on going, just trying to do what I could. And then on the second or third attempt to go out, I was going really far up where like my work was from to try and find it. And I looked down at my hands and I realized, oh, my hands went from like, you know, my normal skin tone to like hot pink to like pale yellowy white. That is hypothermia. That is frostbite. I am actually fucking dying as we speak. So I'm like, fuck, I need to go back. I can't be out here. So I start trudging back, fucking literally almost, again, almost fucking dying. Literally almost dying to the elements outside. And my boss, he had just so happened to be in the area. Well, okay, not my boss, but like, you know, the retail manager, the kind of in between of like us to like our bosses. He's in the area. He just happened to be. He's like, Darian, holy shit, where are you? Where are you, man? I was like, I'm trying to find my wallet, because again, I could barely speak. because I'm fucking dying. And he's like, Darren, you need to get inside, like, right now. Get back to work. Get back to work. Just get here. Be safe. And I was like, I'm sorry, I can't. I'm cold. And then I just hung up the phone to just try and get there sooner, faster. And then when I got into the work, he was like, holy shit, Darian, he like ran over me, and I just kind of stumbled in and like just almost collapsed, because again, I'm literally dying. And he's like, Darian, holy shit, man, like, you need to stay here, man, don't, like, just calm down, like, I need to get my wallet, I need my wallet, I need it, man. And he's like, okay, where did you drop it? Where did you come from? And again, I could barely speak, so I just like kind of hobbled over to the computer, and this was when like my spine was also like getting into the damage and like the, you know, getting worse and worse. I feel like Ember will kill that thing. I shouldn't Ember it. So, you know, this is when like my back and leg and spine issues are really starting to come to full fruition. So doing all this in the snow, I think that honestly was one of the catalysts that made it even worse and made it so I'm still kind of not fully healed to this day from that. And so I just kind of hobbled over to the computer, pulled up Google Maps, and was like, here, this is where I walked from. This is it. And he's like, okay, Darian, you stay here. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go find your wallet. He's like, I have more suited like outwear, like outside wear for this. And he did. Son of a bitch! No! God damn it! Why the fuck did you crit? Son of a bitch! God fucking damn it. Oh, son of a bitch. Fuck. Well, okay, C-Dot is gone for a while. We're not going to be able to catch him. At least I wasn't planning on using him, but fuck, that still sucks. God damn it. Son of a bitch. Okay, so anyways, so my, like, boss, the retail manager, he went out and he, same thing, literally retraced my steps to go and find my, my wallet, and somehow he managed to find it amongst the blizzard. And it's really fucked up, because he was like, if you had kept on walking for, because again, he knew where my, like, what was it? He knew, like, you know, where it was because of my footsteps. Like, he was literally retracing my steps. He was like, if you had continued walking, like, a minute, you would have found it. But to be fair, if I had continued walking a minute, I probably also would have died as well. So, you know, gotta make sure I'm okay first. So yeah, that was my story of how I almost died because my work insisted on staying open during one of the most, like, harsh weather conditions I think I've ever seen in my entire life while, like, living, because I've been born and raised in the city. Ever since I've been born, that was still one of the most harsh weather conditions I had ever experienced. I still hold that against my work as, like, hey, I hope being open to do, like, I think they only did like 7 or 8 sales that day, so I was like, hey, I hope it was worth almost killing one of your employees and inflicting, like, still to this day, fucking, like, long-lasting trauma on them, because I still am, like, I'm still kind of fucked up from that day. I legitimately get, like, nightmares of it. I've had nightmares of that day, like, replay in my head while I sleep. Like, it is a fucked up day. So all of that to say, yeah, today had really weird weather where it looks like it may have been a tornado, but the fact that, like, I'm still here and my roof didn't get, like, ripped off my condo, we're okay, we survived. We are not gonna get thrown up into a big old tornado. That reminds me of that Oni Plays bit where they were talking about, I think it was, what was it, Border Town? Was it Border Town? It was some shitty, like, Adult Swim show where, like, It's just, oh, this is Family Guy, but worse. And I swear, there's like an episode where like they were talking about where it's like hillbillies move into like the titular border town and they ride in on like tornadoes. And it's like, yep, them coming in on them funny tornadoes, just like they always do. We're coming riding in on them tornadoes. And it's like, this like sucks. Why do adult swims, like, not adult swims, adult cartoons, why like, I feel like it's like 9 times out of 10, they just fucking suck so goddamn bad. But then you get that one occasional gem, like Smiling Friends or Haha You Clowns, where it's like, oh, this is like actually good and well written, and like, this is actually like sincere and not really cynical, and just Family Guy is popular, Rick and Morty is popular, copy them. Because what are other, like, good modern adult cartoons? Good old animation is Daria. I've always wanted to watch Daria, but, when I was young, we didn't have MTV in my household. It was Daria, and then, yes, Johnny Two Cellos. I like his stuff. I watched a lot of his, Futurama videos when he was covering the Hulu revival on that. He does great videos. I like his videos a lot. But yeah, like, same thing with, like, Beavis and Butthead. I always wanted to consume Beavis and Butthead, but I could only ever do it through, like, the 1 or 2 DVDs that we had, so I just rewatched the same episodes over and over again. When I was young, before I realized that it was a show, I thought Beavis and Butthead was just the movie Beavis and Butthead Do America. That is an incredibly funny movie, because, alright, it's really funny for one particular reason, because that movie is actually like a spy thriller suspense movie in disguise, because that is a movie where it's like you have this like action thriller going on in the background while Beavis and Butthead kind of just fuck around in, like, what is it, Vegas they go to? No, it's Washington. They want to go to Vegas. Yeah, I haven't seen this movie since I was, like, I think 10 years old. Should not have been watching at that age, but I digress. I think they go on the plane to Vegas because they're talking to the old lady, and she's talking about, oh, I can't wait to go play some slots earlier or later. I'm gonna go hard on the slots, and it sounds like, you know, she's saying slots because of the accent, and Butthead, I think, is the blonde one. Butthead's like, well, dude, this old lady rocks. He's like, shut up. No, Butthead is the one with the brown hair. Beavis has the yellow hair. Yeah, he's like, shut up, Beavis. I'm trying to nap here. And he's like they're on the plane. And then, yeah, they go to Vegas. And then I think they get, like, kidnapped and then dumped in the desert. Like in, like, Arizona, wherever it is, and then they eat I think they eat a peyote cactus, and then they do the, like, Rob Zombie, I'm pretty sure it was, okay, it's the Rob Zombie song, and I think it was animated by, like, his group, I think he has a group of animators, doesn't he? They did, The Haunted World of El Super Beasto. I could just be, like, getting all of this wrong, I'm not sure. Regardless, yeah, they eat the peyote cactus, they fucking trip balls and just, like, have an insane trip. And then, like, I think they get on a bus to Washington, and then that's, like, where the climax of the movie is. Or no, the climax of the movie, no, they stay in Vegas, because the climax of the movie's at the Hoover Dam, isn't it? You know, it's 2 pieces of media that I really enjoyed that have Hoover Dam as, like, a central narrative area. The links between Fallout New Vegas and Beavis and Butthead Do America are more apparent than one might think. I'm, like, just talking about some bullshit, ain't I? I'm just fucking rambling on. Oh, okay. Well, there's only one other place to go. I need to go, or how close is Houndour? I may just save the trip. Adamant Nature, that's kinda good. I'd prefer Modest, like, Jolteon, but I mean, yeah, Adamant's still pretty good. He's even more of a mix attacker. Sorry, how much... Okay, he's close. How much how much money do I have? Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go back. I'm just gonna get some cologne and just rub Houndour, get them purified, and then we'll give Houndour and Jolteon their nicknames. Oh boy. Let me go. There we go. Because I also planned out their nicknames as well, so I've got them all right here, ready to go. This is such a pretty area. I love this town. Vivid scent. Give me the vivid scents. I'm very hungry. Give me the vivid scents. Hey, that's pretty good. Give me the Houndour. No, I don't want that. Oh, that's so weird. My controller's like, it's like vibrating. Okay. No! Okay, there we go. When I played Pokemon Legends Arceus, I named all my mains after different spices, so like, this was peppermint. That's cute. I love it when people do themed, like, teams like that, when they, like, nickname them like that. What I always do... Oh, here we go. I'm a fucking loser, and I do it JoJo's Bizarre Adventure style, where I nickname all my Pokemon after musicians, bands, albums, or songs that I really, really like. So it's, you know, kind of like how they name the stands in the series after that, because I think it makes for kind of a neat naming convention, and like, some names work really, really well for them, and sometimes I'm just like, yeah, I like this song right now, I'll name this thing after that. Alright, come on, Houndour. I love Houndour and Houndoom's design. What a good Pokemon. What good Pokemon, man. Faint Attack. Charm. He is rather charming. Cool. Yes. Your nickname is going to be... White Heat. Yes. You're going to spit white hot flames. His nickname comes from the Social Distortion album of the same name, White Lights, White Heat, White Trash. I love Social Distortion so goddamn much. They're always tied with Lynyrd Skynyrd for like my favorite band. White Light, White Heat, White Trash is probably my second favorite album from them. My absolute favorite is I always get like the order of the words. I believe it's Sex, Love, and Rock and Roll. It's either Love, Sex, and Rock and Roll or Sex, Love, and Rock and Roll. Or did I just... You get what I mean. I like that nickname. No, it's you. You're the nickname raider. I love that album so goddamn much. It is such a important album to me. Especially everything that like I've gone through in the last like 6 months. I resonate with that album so much. Just its themes of like overcoming grief and adversity through like inner strength and just pushing through and being better on the other end. Like it just really resonates with me. This nickname, I actually had to axe a letter from it to actually make it fit, so let me I had to X a T from it to actually make it all fit. Is Bodhisattva okay? Yes. And you know, Bodhisattva, I'm gonna sell my house in town, and I'll be there, the shine in your Japan and the sparkle in your China. Bodhisattva. Bodhisattva. Which is probably my favorite Steely Dan song. I really like Bodhisattva and Reelin' in the Years. I feel like that's a pretty popular one to say is people's favorite though, because I mean, I just Can't Buy a Thrill in general is just such a phenomenal album. Just everything about it is just like so good. So yeah, like Can't Buy a Thrill, Sex, Love, and Rock and Roll, and then The New Abnormal by The Strokes are like, those are some of my like 10 out of 10 no skip albums. The New Abnormal, man, you know, sometimes the side chick ain't even a side chick. It's the Strokes' seminal 2020 masterpiece album, The New Abnormal. That album just hits so goddamn differently, man. The song Ode to the Mets. It's... that song has, like, so profoundly affected me in ways I can't even begin to describe. Every time I listen to that song, like, it is one of my favorite songs, like, ever. Every time I listen to it, it's like listening to it feels like a knife is put into my gut and twisted. But goddamn, it's such a good song. And Selfless, when I finally do get back into practicing and playing guitar, I really, really, really want to learn how to play Selfless. Because when I was learning it, the biggest hurdle was, I'm just not very good at hammer-ons. And during the solo in Selfless, there's a little part where there's a lot of hammer-ons, and like, my fingers just were not dexterous enough for it, and when I was trying to practice it is when my spine started to go out and give out, so just couldn't keep doing it. These guys are like Bug Rock and Rock Grass, right? That's what their typings are. They have really weird typings. If I ever play through Pokemon Emerald, I think Armaldo is one of those Pokemon that I'm probably going to use as well. Boom, 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 boom. I haven't played a Pokemon game in so long, about a year or so, and like, I don't know, this is just hitting different. There's just something about it where, like, I don't know, Pokemon is kind of like comfort food as a game, where it's like, you can always just kind of go back to it and just, not really, like, have to worry about, like, oh, will I remember how to play this? Like, it's just, you just go back and you just have a great time. I once asked a kid what his favorite Pokemon was, and this fool said Arceus. Like, good choice picking God. No, right? Like, just... it's just like, oh, what's your favorite one? Oh, the biggest, coolerest one. The one that can destroyify everything. I can't give him that much grief because it's like a little kid, but it's like... Come on, choose something a little more interesting. What's your favorite Pokemon? Mine is Magmar. Magmar's a fucking bro. I love him. Ever since I was a little kid, I'd always just been so intertwined with Magmar. Love Raichu? Fuck yeah. I feel like it is so fucked up that Raichu has just been continually sidelined for Pikachu. It's such a shame. Because Raichu, I think, has a great design. I love the color scheme of Raichu a lot. Yeah, and you know, it's funny, you can actually get Magmar in this as a shadow Pokemon, but I think I mentioned way super earlier before, I don't like doing repeat Pokemon in playthroughs, and especially if I'm doing these on stream, I'll probably maybe only run the games once, maybe I'll do them multiple times, I don't know, maybe, and just use different Pokemon, but like, if I'm going to use Magmar, I'm going to save him for Pokemon Leaf Green, because, you know, Leaf Green is my childhood game and tied with XD for my favorite Pokemon, so if I'm going to use my favorite Pokemon, I'm going to wait to use him in my favorite game, and you know, the debut generation of it. Plus, it comes so goddamn late that it's like Houndour's right at the beginning of the game, Magmar's near the end. I'm just going to use Houndour. So I was even looking up, just to kind of get like a general, like, hey, what Pokemon in this do people think are, you know, usually worth using? And weirdly, Magmar was one of those Pokemon that was like lower tier, but the description said Magmar is not a bad Pokemon. There's just better fire types available earlier. It's like, yeah, you know what? I think that's a pretty apt. That's an apt description for, I think, a lot of the late game Pokemon in this, honestly. Because it's only once you get to, like, Citydark Isle a little bit before Citydark is when it's like, oh yeah, these are, like, you know, the good quote-unquote Pokemon now. I'm still so fucking upset that I fucking critted, C-Dot. It's so fucked up. I actually have, let me see if I can find them. Where are they? Because I used one of those, it's like that Pokemon trainer card generator website, and I actually made a little, like, if I had, like, a canonical Pokemon team for myself, like, this is what I would use. Did I ever post it in me and my friend's Discord? I don't think I did. I didn't. Damn. Oh well, I'll see if I can like grab them for like next time. But I think if I were to have like a canonical Pokemon team, it'd be like, let me think, Magmar, Snorlax, Miltank, Heliolisk, Poliwrath, and then Tyranitar. Those are my lads. I love all of them. If not Heliolisk, then like maybe Galvantula instead. Galvantula is such an underrated Pokemon. Generation 5 is so incredibly underappreciated. I think it's crazy that on launch, people generally didn't like Generation 5 because it just forced you to use only the new Pokemon, which I thought was cool. I liked that it was like, no, you can't use your old guys anymore until like the post game. When you trade them up, you gotta, you know, put down your like baby Binky and your Spoon. No, you can't use you know, Charizard again for the 80 billionth time. You gotta use one of these new weird rejects. Gotta use one of these guys. And I think a lot of the Pokemon in Gen 5 were really cool. I loved Galvantula. I remember Wonderful, I think Wonderful said Chandelure was one of his favorites. Gothitelle, Reuniclus, I think I said Galvantula at the beginning there. The Jellicent line I think is really, really cool. I love this theme song. Sock and Throw. I think Sock and Throw are two really fucking cool Pokemon, and I'm tired of pretending like I don't. Sock in particular, I really, really, really like a lot. Heatmore, I really wish was better, because Heatmore is kind of like Gen 5's equivalent to, what's it called? Magmar. And I wish Heatmore was a lot better. Shuckle can be abused due to its moveset and weird stats, so I'm unsure the abuse method, but yeah, it's a Trick Room Shuckle. And you can, like, yeah, it's Trick Room to make it move first, and then I think, was it Power Swap? It makes you swap out the defense and offense stats, I think is the one. There's a move that does that. And you can basically turn Shuckle into like, yeah, like a glass can where it's like either it's one-shotting everything or everything is one-shotting it. Aside from that, you got the classic moveset of giving it leftovers, toxic, Encore, Taunt, and then Sandstorm. And you just... And I think you fucking squeeze a double team in there. Obviously, if you're not doing, like, online battles, because Smogon and shit, they, like, ban double team. Understandably, because double team is a fucking stupid bullshit move that sucks. Every time I see an NPC use it, I fucking grimace. My keyboard is acting up, so I'm having to type on my phone and copy-paste the text, FYI. Oh, okay, yeah, for sure. But yeah, oh gosh, what was I saying? What was I thinking? I get so... It is so easy for me to get completely off tangent with what I'm talking about. I really need to, like, do something with that. I don't know if it's, like, some sort of a... like a vitamin mineral deficiency, or if I just have, like, horrible fucking brain fog, but, like, God, it is... it is really fucking bad sometimes. Like, I'll literally be in the middle of talking about something, and then I'll stop for, like, 1 second, and then I just completely forget about what I was talking about. What else with that? Like, omega-3. I think... whatever helps the brain. I may crash at 10 p.m. I'm also crusty. Yeah, that's totally fair. I may stop around 10 as well, just because, like, you know, I have work tomorrow. I gotta get this rendered. I gotta upload it, all that, like, BS. So, like, yeah, if it's around 10, that, I feel like that may be when I stop, give or take. I feel, though, I'm 26, gonna be 27 next month, but, like, I feel like I'm... Why did I use fire on him? I feel very, like... I'm fucking old and crunchy feeling, too. Oh, gosh, like, yeah, I just flexed my back there and it sounded like Rice Krispies. Ugh. Nummo! Oh, boy! This is also a very good early fire Pokemon to use in this. But, I like Houndour more, so, we're using him. Oh, a critical. Oh, I realized I never finished earlier. You haven't even had dinner yet. You need to go to bed as well. Ah, well, you see, here's a thing that's really cool and fucked up about my sleep schedule and my, like, work schedule. Because I start work at 2 p.m., I actually don't have to be in bed until 4 a.m., and I can get a full 8 hours of sleep. It's fucked up that I can just do that. What? What do you mean? Oh, he's ground type, right. I forgot about that. Yeah, on days where I start at 2 p.m. because of my bus schedule, I can wait to go to bed at 4 a.m. and then I can just get a full 8 hours of sleep and then wake up from there. Yeah, working later hours is such a kind of push and pull where, like, it's really nice that I can go to bed super, super late and still... you know, not have to worry about that kind of stuff, but on the other hand, it really sucks because I sleep in until my shift basically is starting within, like, you know, an hour and a half, and then I just don't really get to do anything leading up to work, and then the second because I work so late as a trade-off, I'm at work until, like, 8:30, and then I don't get home until, like, 9 because of the bus ride, so it's like... yeah, it's because I want to stream more often. I really genuinely do. But the issue is that I get home so late that it's like I feel like it isn't worth it to stream at that point, because it's like, okay, get home. Oh my god, that would have been fucking bad. You know, I get home, I have to sit down, have a quick dinner, and then by the time I'm ready to stream, it's like 10 p.m. and it's like, motherfucker, do I really want to be streaming at 10 p.m.? Is there even anybody, like, in my area, like, you know, in North America that's, like, even awake to want to watch me play this bullshit? Like, is there even any fucking reason to do that? I do think when I eventually use, because I think I have 2 weeks of vacation that I can use, I think what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to just compensate for all like the lost time, and I'll just stream like either... I don't think I'm going to stream every single day because I feel like, one, I'm going to get burnt out. Two, I'm going to run out of things to talk about really, really, really quickly, and then I'm just going to have, really like piss poor commentary, and it's just not going to be very good. Secondly, I think it'd be better to just kind of do it like every other day. I can spend I can stream, have a day for myself, stream, have a day for myself, etc., etc. Do I need to heal? No, I don't need to heal. But yeah, I think I'll probably wrap up kinda soon, because yeah, we're coming up on like 3 hours as it is. Right, exactly 2 hours, 46 minutes, and 14 seconds. Oh boy. It won't be accurate on the YouTube, timeline thing though, because I always chop out like the kind of first little bit of the, you know, stream starting soon. That little bit I always chop out, just, you know, so people have to like skip forward to, you know, find where it actually starts. Yeah, you burn him to death. Damn, really? I don't think I have ever seen, what was that, mud sport and like water sport ever actually be utilized in a good way by an NPC. Because like I'll throw like a grass type Pokemon or a, like, you know, I don't know, a fighting type Pokemon out. And then, yeah, they'll use, like, Mud Sport, and it's like, electricity's power was weak, and it's like, cool. This is an electric-type Pokemon, why'd you burn a turn? Why did you do that? I know this is a children's game, but, like, why did you do that? Or, like, when an NPC trainer will use, like, Focus Energy and then, like, Tail Whip afterwards, it's like, what is your game plan here? What were you looking to accomplish with that, man? What was the goal here? Crink? I didn't even notice his name was fucking Crink. There's nothing cute about you, brat. Yeah, fuck you too, man. Crink. Dude's name is Crink, and he thinks he can fucking speak on me? Yes. Super Potion, my favorite. Is there anything up here? Nah. Hello, little boy. Have you lost your way? Ugh. Meta. Is it Meta or Meta? Meta, huh? I never met a lady like you before. That stunk. Whatever, go my hellhound. I love one-shotting Pokemon. Yummy, yummy. Whalmer! I remember when I was a little kid, I think I mentioned it during that one purple dude and why he Urple. That battle where I'm like, I always remember seeing like stuff like this where I'm like, man, why can't I use this guy? And now in retrospect, I'm like, you know what, I'm glad that I can't use just like any Pokemon I come across. I like that you're kind of forced to use like these weird fuck-ass Pokemon that you normally wouldn't. Like, Pokemon Colosseum gave me a newfound love for the Pokemon Stantler. Stantler is fantastic in Colosseum, because, let's see. every battle's a double battle. Stantler is packing Intimidate and also Hypnosis, which I believe hits both Pokemon. I don't need what's in there. Do I? Yes, I want it. But yeah, it's Pack and Intimidate and also Hypnosis, which I think hits both Pokemon. And again, in a Pokemon game where you're doing double battles and you're catching Pokemon constantly, that's a pretty complete package. That's a pretty good deal all in one Pokemon. And again, you don't have a lot of options for normal types and just Pokemon in general. So like normally Stantler isn't very good, but in this instance, yeah, he kind of fucks. He's kind of good, honestly. He's really not that bad. And I used Stantler, and I think he was a great member of that playthrough on that team. So like, yeah, I kind of have a newfound love for a Pokemon that I feel like a lot of people really don't like that much. Damn, with the crit. Critical shit. I think after I fight these two dudes, and I get whatever's in this item box, I think that'll be it for the night. I'm still very proud of my overlay. I think it took a lot of like setup to kind of preemptively plan these, but I think it looks cool. I like it a lot. But boy howdy, I better not change my plan for my team, otherwise I'm going to have to redo fucking everything, and that'll be a giant pain in the ass. Because one of them, again, not to potentially spoil who it'll be, but one of them is dependent on one of the Poké spots. So I'm gonna have to hope that, you know, luck be on my side, luck be a landlord, and I happen to get the Pokemon that I need from that. Beaten by a kid? Dude's name is Elrock. I'm busy. I'll let you go home without any fuss, alright? I'm not good at battling, but now's not the time to be telling you that. Okay, man. Coffee? His name is Coffee? Oh, Dustox and Wingull. Man, if only I had a pair of Pokemon that can counter both of these perfectly. Thundershock and Emboar. I love Emboar. I like that whole line. Again, crazy to me that Gen 5 on release wasn't super well received, like on the whole in average, because I think those are, like, aside from Heart Gold, Soul Silver, those are like the most expensive DS games for Pokemon now. And people are always coming in asking about them constantly. Fun video is Jello Apocalypse Skies of Arcadia summation. He played the whole game and made a 30-minute best of video. There's some banger lines dropped. Oh, I don't know if Wonderful mentioned it, but I actually ended up picking up Skies of Arcadia on the Dreamcast for my work because I was kind of going through, like, what's the most expensive items we have in the company right now, and I didn't realize that we had a copy of Skies of Arcadia at one of our locations, and I was thinking about the discussion that we had, and I was like, you know what? I really want to give this game a second shot. I want to play through this. So I ended up getting it, and the night that I played it up until I beat the Sentinel on the Shrine Island, and yeah, it's really great. I was having a lot of fun playing it, because I think it was very unfair that I dropped it because I lost a ship battle and I just never really bothered to go back to it. So yeah, because I was thinking of maybe doing that as a game on the stream, but like, again, it's so, RPGs are so long and are so text heavy, you know. Even though the fact that I'm literally playing RPG now, Pokemon games are a little different. They're not as story text heavy. A lot of battling, but not a lot of, you know, nuanced, complex story and dialogue. but I was like, with Skies, I feel like it's a great ball. Okay, I'm glad I went for that. Okay, yeah, the GameCube version. That was, let me through here. That was the one that I had originally. Okay, but yeah, I figured Skies Arcade, I'll just enjoy it more just playing it as like a solo thing, not on stream. I've been really liking it so far. Maybe one day I'll do it on stream, maybe. But yes, the GameCube version. It's really weird because the GameCube version has a lot of good quality of life changes that make the game better, but holy shit, the audio quality in it is like scuffed as fuck. I didn't realize until I listened to a comparison where I was like, holy shit, they really compressed the audio in this version. Like, oh my god. Like, it's crazy how different it is. You would think the Dreamcast version have the compressed audio, but no, it's the GameCube one. It's fucking wild. It's really crazy just how different they sound. But yeah, I think now it's like 5 minutes to 10. I think now is a very good time to end now. So as always, hey everybody, thanks for watching. Thank you for sticking around, and I had great conversations tonight. I very much appreciate it. Tell Wonderful I say hi. But yeah, thank you to everybody that tuned in. Anybody watching the VOD on YouTube, thank you for watching. I hope everybody has a wonderful night, a wonderful day, wherever you are right now, and take care. Bye!
Don't you want a rematch?